Okay, it says we're live.
Yep. There we are. Oh, what a beautiful page it looks like. Your flowers. It's all watercolor flowers. It's so pretty.
Oh, what are you looking at?
Your waiting page.
Oh.
It says waiting for Lisa.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube. I don't see us yet.
Remember, guys, there's a lag. Give her a minute. That you got to watch that lag time things, guys.
It's a pretty big
flowers lag. I made with alcohol inks.
They're beautiful.
Okay, and it's live, and Holly and Mindy are already here. Watch that
lag. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, give me a minute, guys. I'll be back. I'm going to go try to spread the word.
Thank you very much. Oh, goodness gracious.
It's all right. However, I don't see us on YouTube.
Well, I'm fixing to do that.
Refresh your page, Jerry.
Yeah, I did about 14 times.
Well,
okay.
It's
and
running.
I don't see any chats either.
Okay. Holly, Mindy, Eva, Deb, Mom, Deborah, guys, hold on just a minute. We've had a little trouble this morning, but we're here and we'll be back.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Well, I
start over here.
Okay, Jerry, I've got you on YouTube.
Okay. I'm just going to go to your channel now. I have to, I had to close it out and go again.
Okay. Oh, goodness gracious.
It's okay. What a great way to start the day.
I wish this is how I started the day.
Yeah, I'm still not seeing anything. I'm on your channel.
On YouTube.
Yeah, I don't know why I'm not seeing anything. I'm on YouTube. I'm on your channel. And I just see your flowers.
Okay, I just went away.
I'm going to try again. Sorry, folks.
Oh, there it is.
I've got it, Lisa. It's okay.
Yeah, I see it too now. So,
okay. All right, everybody take a deep breath.
Oh, goodness gracious. A deep breath. Is that all it takes?
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm good then because I've been breathing deep.
Good.
Hi, everybody. I'm sorry we're so flummoxed.
I see what I was seeing. You have two things up there that were an attempt.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what I was going into, the wrong one. All right. Hello, everyone. So sorry.
Unfortunately, this has been a mess.
Yeah, it's okay. We're here now.
We're here now. Yeah.
See everyone. Good morning, everyone, or good afternoon, I should say. Hello, hello. All right, Lisa, just put the screen on one of us.
Well, it's on you right now.
Okay, because they said we're jumping around.
Oh.
All right, good. Well, hello. You see what's on my desk here? All kinds of junk. I think my camera's upside down. Let me see.
Is it still jumping around?
No, I don't think so.
So it shouldn't be.
Yep.
I need to get my brain together, so we'll let you start, Jerry.
Oh, yeah, thanks. I think my camera's upside down. Everybody close their eyes. Tanya, does it look like I'm upside down?
Just a minute. Let me go back and check.
It's like we're looking at you from in front of your table, not from where your view, not your view.
Right. I'm just going to turn my camera around. Oh, I'm so sorry, everyone. You'll have to give me a second. Close your eyes. Flip it on to Tanya for a minute so we don't make everybody sick.
Okay. The chat has gone by so fast, guys, because
I'm sorry, I left it on you, Jeri. I was over there trying to find something. Let me move it. Okay, it's on Tanya now, so you can.
Okay, I'm sorry. I did double check all this. I thought. All right, now we turn around.
Patricia says no, 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 no. I don't know what she said no about, but guys, we're all here. We just had a little confusion this morning. And because the chat has scrolled on by while I was off doing something else, I want to say hi to everyone, but I can't say hi to all of you individually. So,
but we're very glad you're here.
Yes, we are. We're very glad you're here.
Does it look like I'm right side up now?
Let me move back to you. Pretty much, you're kind of at an angle.
Yeah, I know. I can't straighten it out. I don't know how that happened. I had everything good. All right, enough of this nonsense. Let Tanya start while I try to figure this out.
Holly says it's looking good, and she just turned it around and it looks fine, Jeri.
Okay.
You're good.
Yeah, I'm at a little bit of an angle, but we're going to just let it go for now.
You just have to be careful where you work in that little tiny space you got there.
Yep. Yep, okay. That's all the space I have anyway. My desk is a mess. Hello, everyone.
Okay. Right. Mary says, why not Tanya? And I'm not sure.
Because
I'm not sure why she's asking why not, because I missed everything. Sorry,
yeah,
guys.
I don't know either.
Okay. I forgot to do something last night. I have these little tiny, and I meant to bring you guys in a little closer. I have these little tiny itty bitty flowers that I wanted to use in my collages, and I forgot to do their little take their little ends and finish them. So that's what I was doing right now. But okay. I'll show you where my bank book stands.
Yeah, that's good.
Because I did have a little trouble with, and I have the pieces I liked and pieces I did. I had a little trouble with the paint transfer. I wasn't getting anything I liked real well. This piece transferred, but it's like the paper came off with it, and it's on a separate piece of paper. I really like these pieces. Oh, I'm pretty sure you can see them. I like what the kind of grunged up and stuff, but it was on separate pieces of paper, which that's fine because I can use them in collages. But when I went to do it on my bank book, it just was not transferring very well. If you can see, I got a little bit of grunge out of it, but not any decent transfer. So I just stopped because when it didn't look right, I just decided, nope, not going to do that. So I did go and put in another shape like Lisa's technique, and you know, my fabric, I decided I was going to sew around my little fabric pieces, so I've got those ready to put in here on this page and to use in my collages. I also got my book ready to put together. You know, I told you I was going to put backs on mine and stitch around them. This is a little book I made out of the coin envelope.
Oh, cute.
And I've got plans for that. And then I punched 2 holes in the book cover that Jeri had sent in the kit. And then this piece of metal thing actually holds all these pieces together. And let me get it off of there. No, it doesn't want to come off. So even this one is on the envelope, and the envelope's cut so that it can be used like a pocket. And then it was stitched to it. And then this one just sits on. And then my bank book's also attached to one. I got paint all over it when I was doing stuff like so. And I'm not going to bend those down because I don't want to bend them and unbend them too many times. But then I had, this is a great big brad. And in the kit was this little piece of tiny rickrack. So I had some of these big round paper clips. So what it does is, for one, my bank book's getting kind of fat. So you can just put that on there.
Oh, I love that.
And it's a closure for the book.
Very cute. Very, very cute.
Now I'm pretty much ready to do all my collages, but I was going to show you one more thing that I did. I rubber stamped with Stays on ink on plain white gift tissue. And I like gift tissue because it's got kind of a slick back on one side, and then it's fibrous on the other side. So when you stamp on it, while the image doesn't go through, it doesn't, I don't know, it's just really nice to stamp on. And then I added some of those into my book with Mod Podge. So this is what my book is looking like now, is that I've got that stamped image, and it's, you put it down just like you do a napkin. So then I have the paper borders, and this is where I did my packing tape transfer. Oh, I have to tell you about packing tape. I had to pack orders last week. I looked everywhere for my roll of packing tape, everywhere. Okay, so I go to my spot and I get out a new roll, and then where is it? It's on my work table for art. So it's like, okay. So anyways, I'm like, duh, why? I knew it should have been there. So I did that one. I'm going to put fabric pieces all over this one. And this is the napkin I did. And then I added another one back here.
Nice.
Kind of, when I got this fabric, it kind of turned into an idea where it's kind of like a travel-y mail kind of thing. It kind of got that theme to it because I've got my envelope and all that kind of thing. So that's where I went. That's why I went with these images.
Yeah, it morphs, right?
Yeah, it kind of morphed. So anyways, that's where mine stands, guys. So maybe you guys could show yours off.
I'd be happy to show mine, Lisa, if you'd like.
All right, just a second. Let me switch over. Let me switch over. I can't even talk.
I just want to say hi to everybody who's been coming in. Thank you so much for your patience.
And we're so sorry that there are two other ones out there that you might have gone to first. And
yeah, that's what they were saying.
They weren't working.
They were over at the other one. All righty. So looks like I'm over. I made a prototype, as you know, last week, and I just want to make sure that I'm in frame here because I zoomed in a little bit. And 1 second. All right. And this was a cereal box, and the entire cover popped off. I just wanted to tell you that.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but it's okay. You can see it's all scratched up now because I sanded it. I should have sanded it before I started gluing all this paper down, and I didn't. And I wanted to share that with you just in case you've made your own. Make sure you sand off the shiny finish before you glue your piece down. It's going to be fine. So then I realized, you know, it was going to happen on the back, so I just popped it off this morning. So this is what I was working in last week when we were in our group live. So what I decided to do, I'm going to work in this today. What I decided to do was actually work on my journal, and here it is. And I wanted to get my ideas formulated, so I actually worked on it. So I'll just hold it this way so you can see what I did a little bit. Okay. It's not finished, but it's well on its way. So I wound up making a back piece, but let's start from the beginning. So my cover, I covered with, and I'm going to give you a couple of options for your cover. This one I used crackle paste, and it went awry. Let's just say it didn't crackle. I probably didn't wait long enough for it to crackle, but it gave me a nice plaster kind of a look, which I liked. And I'll tell you how I did this during, you know, today's session. This piece, I don't know if you guys recognize this. This is one of those things that you put on slides. It's a slide thing that you put a slide in.
It looks like a big one.
Yeah, it is a big one. And I just thought it would make a nice frame here. If you don't have something like this, what you can do is build up a couple of layers of cardboard, or use like a thick piece of corrugated cardboard and just cut out a window. Tanya mentioned the fact that we were maybe getting rid of the fact that it was a bank book. And so I got to thinking about that, and I thought, you know, I want to leave that there. So that's what I did. Here you can see that silver piece that that I put in the kit.
Yeah.
Okay, one of these things. What I did is I sanded it, and then I used StazOn, which is a permanent ink. So it got kind of grungified.
Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I have a bunch of them, of course. So I used two. I used one on the back and one on the front so that I could connect my book. It started to get gator mouthy, and I absolutely love that gator mouth look. So I embraced it. And I will just leave mine sitting up on the table like this. I wish you could see it sitting up. I'll take some pictures of it. So now that you've seen how I'm going to keep mine closed.
So does it close, or is it just like that?
It's just going to stay like that.
Oh,
it's
cool.
It's going to stay like that. Now, it does close, and I'll show you that in a second. Oh, actually, I put a little knot on the end. I wasn't thinking when I did that. So let me untie the knot. My intention is to just leave it sitting out like this, open, so that I can see all these yummy pages. And I apologize, I am not looking at the chat at the moment. So if anybody's saying anything, one of you girls can tell me. They're asking.
Juliana said that was the same thought she had, and I'm not sure exactly when she said that. So
okay.
Yeah.
I just got stuck. So this is sari silk that I used in here, and my friend Juliana hand dyed this. I don't know if she's still here, but she hand dyed it. All right. So the beginning of my book, and I really like that this is showing, is this simple masking tape technique that we learned last week. However, this is flat. I just laid the masking tape, flat.
That looks nice.
Yeah, and it looks like leather. So I'll tell you how I did that later on. And I made this. This book belongs to, and I'm going to glue that right there. But I wanted to show you the first page first, so I didn't glue it right away. And this is just a piece of packing paper that I crumpled up and just dry brushed some white paint on it. After I did that, I had another thought. So in my other book, I'm going to use this.
You have two books.
Yeah, I have two books. Well, I have the pretend book.
Yeah, so you have three books.
No, I just have two.
Oh, okay.
I have the pretend book that I wanted to do, you know, to show people how to do the pretend book.
Right.
And this one, just two.
Okay.
But this was in the kit, this receipt, and it says 2, 4, and the date. And I thought, you know, that would be really nice right there on the front inside cover to mark, you know, your name, the book belongs to, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to do that on the pretend one. All right. This next page was Lisa's weaving. And this was a glue transfer that Kathy Whitney, myself, Barb Clark, and Mary, I think, was there. Over the weekend, we did a Zoom that I was messing around with. I'll show you this. I was so disappointed with it when I was doing it, but later on when it dried, I loved it. So I used it there. This is a fabric bundle collage thing that has like a secret. You pick it up and there's a secret spot under there. And then you can pick it up again and there's another spot. And this came out of the almanac, and these were the stamps. This is a stamp. All right.
Well, you finished your book.
No, not quite.
Oh, so did you finish yours, Tanya?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
I've got all my collages to do.
No.
Other than starting a little bit on my cover, I did nothing between last time and this time. So.
I know. I worked on it for a reason, because I wanted to be prepared for today so that I can show people different techniques. So I'm going to work, and this one is not finished. This one's just the way it was last week. So don't go panicking. I'm going to work on some techniques so I can share them with everyone. I needed to do them. So this is something I want to show you today. And remember, Lisa did the weaving page. So if you have any strips left over, that's what I used, leftover strips to make these flowers. We'll get to that. It's on top of the masking tape. And I'll show you how I painted that. There's my napkin that I didn't do a thing to. I did sew my envelope in. I folded it in half and I did not glue it down. So I have two spots to put something. And because it's a bank book, I decided to start putting money in it. And this is a very old dollar bill. And then I just made a little tag. And there's the book spine that we used, that's in the kit, I should say, and the button. All right. This was our transfer that we did. See, so that page is empty. I just glued my rickrack down there. Now this next page is my fabric page for this book. I didn't want to do the same thing in both books. So I just glued my stamps down and stitched around them and just put some words.
That looks cool.
Yeah, it was fun. This is that yellow thing that we're like, what are we going to do with that? I just glued it down. I stuck a Canadian penny in there. And I did a little bit of, what do you call that stuff? That thick stuff, modeling paste. I wanted to use everything in the kit. This was the receipt. And I used the yellow side of it. And you can see I browned it up. And I did a little bit of doodling around it. This is the coin envelope. And I'm going to show you how I made that pocket. And then I put a $2 bill in it. And that's actually a paper clip thing that I made a YouTube video on how I did these ages ago. All right. And here's my last page. And I just glued my pocket down. I just stuck a piece of the binding in there. That's where I used my little receipt. I stuck this, I don't know what that is, a foreign coin. Now, you're wondering about this. Okay, so this is just a piece of burlap. So a tuck spot, a hiding spot. What I did is I cut out my book cover to fit the bank book. And then I connected it by gluing this piece of lace on the front and on the back. And it actually will fold closed, and that was my intention originally, was to fold it closed like that and wrap and bundle it. And I can still do that. You can see that. But as I was going along, I was like, yeah, no, I like it just sitting open. All right, let me flip it over. And this I glued this on this morning, so I have a feeling it's going to pop off. This is what we're going to use that lace for that I told you. Can you see that it's textured?
Yeah, that's pretty. Is that the plastic stuff?
Yeah, it's the plastic stuff. But you can use embroidery or whatever. And then this is just a little flower that I made. If anybody's interested, I'll show you how I did that.
Bye, Dawn. Sorry, you got to go.
And that's it for me.
Okay,
so we're gonna do a few of these techniques this morning. So
that'll be great. I can't wait to watch them. I do want to read a little bit of the chat.
Yeah, I was going to say, go ahead.
I'm sorry, folks. We really do love that you're here and that you're talking to us. Juliana says the masking tape looks gorgeous. Mr. Victor Crafter says, have one book ready and I'll do a video tomorrow. Very cool.
I saw
Becky says, that's what I thought we were supposed to do. I don't know if she meant have it finished today or if she meant finish it today. I hope you're with me, Becky. Oh, wait, I see there. She said she thought we were supposed to wait. Yes. Laura says, Lisa, you're all ahead of me. I just started backgrounds yesterday. That's great, Laura. That's fine. Dawn said, me too. AJ loves the origami pocket. And Eva loves putting the money in there. She thinks that's a great idea. And then Dawn has to leave.
Okay.
Patricia says, it all looks beautiful, Jeri. Mark, hi, Mark. Mark says, hi, ladies. Mitt says, very, very, very nice, Jeri. Holly says, awesome. And then, anyway, I wish I could name everybody who's in here because I feel like that's what we're supposed to do. But there's a bunch of you, and I'm so happy you're here, but I'm not going to try to name you all.
Yeah, that's fine. They know we love them all. And you were not supposed to finish your book. The only reason I did work through the book was so that I could show you some techniques, you know.
Okay, well, that's good. Well, I'm going to put it to me and show the little bit that I've done so far.
Okay.
I had planned to put the part of that board book, and here's the book board. I mean, here's the book board. I had planned to just cut a piece of it and put it on here and put my picture on it with some lace. But I decided that I wanted to be sure to remember it was a savings book. And so Tanya made us all rethink.
Yes, right.
And so I decided to cut this book board down into 3 pieces like this and put them together with some leather on this side. And because I wanted my bank book to stick out a little bit, I went ahead and put some lace to kind of protect it.
I love
so it
that.
doesn't really stick out. It just sticks out from the book board. And then I'm going to put this piece of leather inside like that. And then I'm only going to glue down the book on this side.
Fabulous.
And that way it'll open and shut and I can put something in here and this can stay like that. Or maybe I'll put that pocket on here. But like you, I wanted to leave something that showed me what we were working in.
Yeah.
So it's only going to be attached on the back. And then I'm going to decorate with some, I'm not sure what all in this picture. And I am still planning to work this direction in it.
Okay, cool.
So that's where I'm at right now. I did get, I brought 2 things that I thought I might use for your lace stuff. One is this.
Oh, that'd be perfect.
And then the other one was this lace doily.
Okay.
Oh, well, I did bring this little bit of, but it's not very dimensional.
Okay, it needs to have dimension. You can see why when you you do it.
I think I'll probably use part of this. It's a collar, so it's got, you know, potentiality to do a bunch of different things. Anyway, so that's where I'm at now. I'm fixing to glue down the leather on here and then glue this in.
Lisa, is that the leather that you took the coat apart?
Yes.
Oh, that's wonderful.
This is from the green suede jacket, and this is from one of the other leather coats.
Wonderful.
Apart. Both of these pieces are from a jacket I took apart.
I love that we all use the book board just a little bit differently. I can't wait to see what the rest of you that have kits do.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Yeah. Yeah, awesome. All
okay,
right.
So who wants me to put it back on them so they can show something?
Well, you're the leader, and I don't mind. I can start something. Let me think about.
All right, why don't you choose one of your techniques, and we'll start there, and then we'll move to watching Tanya do a technique, and then I'll do my collage piece whenever we get there.
Okie doke. I think we should start with painting the masking tape. So I use several colors. And the thing with the painting the masking tape, oh, I know, I had some samples I wanted to show you. The thing with painting the masking tape is get a couple different colors in the colorway that you want to use out, and you're going to keep kind of going back and forth with it. So this black and white, I'm on a black and white kick, by the way. This one, it was painted with a metallic gold, and then I used black paint on top of it. So you can use paint on top, or you can use rub-ons if you have rub-ons, or shoe polish. This one, I went back and forth from like reds with browns, burgundy. There's even some yellow in there, believe it or not. And you just keep going over it. This one is yellows and greens with the brown on top. And this one's, you can see this one's black. It's got silver. I don't know if you can see that. It's got silver on it.
Holly has a question. She said, would a crochet doily work instead of lace?
Yes, that would be fine.
They're dimensional, so I would think so.
Yep, yep. It just has to have some kind of thickness to it. All right, so basically, and this is going to not only take a minute to show you this. Basically, you're just going to take your paint, and I'm going to do a gold one in here. Excuse my reach. Sorry about my big fat head. I'm going to do the gold with the black bronzy thing because it's handy. And I'm using a dry brush. And basically, you're just going to kind of bounce it. Let me make sure I'm in frame. You're going to bounce it because you want to get it underneath all the crevices.
And you said just 2 colors?
You can use 3. You can.
Okay, I'm going to use 3.
Here's the thing, Lisa, you can actually like use more than that. If you start to make this and you just really don't like where it's going, it's very forgiving. Keep a baby wipe handy so that you can wipe it back. Mary, I wanted to address something. I went in and watched Mary's, one of Mary's lives when she was talking about this project. And they got to talking about masking tape. And Mary said that she would never just glue or just apply the masking tape down on a piece of paper because it would lift.
Okay, yeah, it was a big package.
And I wasn't in her live. I was watching the replay. So I just wanted to address that. I did not use glue under here. I just applied the masking tape. It is not going to lift because I'm putting acrylic paint on top of it. Now, if I was just going to do the masking tape, I don't know, maybe it would lift, but the acrylic paint is going to create like a thick coating barrier, I guess, on it. And my sister does this technique, and I put her link in my video last week for you to go and watch hers. She's been doing this for years, and none of it has ever lifted. So I just wanted to let you know that. You don't have to glue it down. Of course, if you want to, go right ahead. So you see, you just try to get in underneath all these little whatevers. And I'm going to do the other side now, and this will probably be dry by the time I'm finished. And you can use many colors at the same time. So you don't have to just do one color. You can do 2, 3, 4. If you don't like it, you just keep wiping it back. And I'm going to go right onto that page with that. And that's how you can get like some really interesting looking backgrounds. Am I close enough? Can you guys see what I'm doing?
Yeah, you're good.
Zoom in anymore? Okay. Because I'm working on about 3 inches of my table here. What a mess.
Well, I'm using some paint I got at the thrift store yesterday.
That's fine. You saw I was just using craft
And
paint.
Beth said she used to do this tape technique on pop bottles and stain it with shoe polish.
Yes.
And I can remember doing that too. It kind of looks like leather then.
Yep. That's the first page in my book, looks like leather, because when I was all finished, I took shoe polish on top of it.
And Ruby, don't apologize for being late. We had trouble getting on, so we're just really getting started. You're just right on time.
Yep.
Yeah, we're just glad to be here at all.
Yeah, you're not kidding. I'm just going to get a baby wipe. Hold on a second.
Mark says he remembers doing the tape like that too.
It's fun. It's fun because if you watch my sister's video, she does the tape in many different ways. And so she gets a lot of different looks to it. I just stuck to 2 ways. I did this and I did the flat one. So now let's just have some fun with this.
That's true, Laura. You can use tissue paper if you don't have masking tape. I use it's not quite as dimensional maybe because it's not as stiff. I used a fabric tape that you use for first aid, like to wrap ankles and stuff like that. That's what I used.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
Anything to get the dimension.
So I just put a little yellow ochre in my tray, and you can see it's really like kind of cruddy old. And I'm just going to kind of bounce it around a little bit. I should have done it on this page because this one's almost dry and this one's still wet. You really have to just play with it for a couple minutes. And don't rush it, and you'll get something really beautiful. All right, so then I would go in every so often, and I would just rub some of it back and blend it in. Let me just hold it up.
Hello, Patricia Stubbs.
Can you see that? I know it's got a shine to it because of the, I use metallic.
It's a little off. Yeah, there you go.
Metallic wasn't very smart for me to use. Let me get back up in frame here. So I think I'm just going to, just to show you that you just want to keep playing, I'm going to put a little off-white on here. Don't be afraid to fool around with it. It is better if you let it dry in between.
I'm not sure. I've never used this kind of paint before. And the pink smells like bubble gum.
Oh, no kidding.
It's really strange because it's Daler Rowney metallic red. It doesn't,
I think all of her new paints smell
like fruit.
Yeah, or something. I can't remember what it. I think at Creativation they announced something, and I won't tell you that for sure, but I think so.
Well, this is not a new paint. I don't know how old it is, but it's got a really old Hobby Lobby sale tag on it.
Huh. Okay.
And then I got it at the thrift store. So it's System something. Let me see. Paint System 3, whatever that is. System 3 original.
Interesting.
But it's a metallic red, and then I've got a copper, of course. If there's a copper, I'm going to get it. And then and then the phthalo blue was the first coat that I put down.
Oh, that sounds like an interesting combination. Now, I would say don't worry if you're using like the same warmish colors. Don't worry about the dry time in between. If you're going to go from purple to orange, I would definitely let that dry first.
True, because mine's blending.
Yeah, right.
Which is okay. I don't mind the blending.
It does. But
and I think Joan just came in, and Country Girl Scrapping. We're glad you're here.
Yes.
We're just all taking turns kind of showing what we've been doing. It's been a fun project. So
Well, do you want to switch over to Lisa or Tanya to see what you're doing with your paint?
Oh, I didn't do the paint.
Okay.
Tanya, what are we going to do to you?
I don't know. You guys are just going to have to, I don't know, trade me in.
No, we're not doing that.
No, you're stuck with us, Tanya. But I'll leave over to me for a minute.
Okay, sounds good.
This is where I'm at so far on mine. And it's got the dark blue and then the metallic pink on top.
That's beautiful.
I'm going to dry it a little bit and then I'm going to put some copper on it.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, that's pretty, Lisa. Becky. Ha, ha, ha. You know how it goes.
Yeah. I'm gonna mute myself while I dry here real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
And so she's still on the screen, so
that's okay.
Yeah.
Laura's here. Danina was talking about us in this project at the art bar yesterday. Is why Country Girl Scrapping is here.
Oh, cool. All right, I'm going to mute myself too. I want to dry this.
Okay.
So you keep talking.
All right, I'm gonna I would take and do a dark, thinned, down color. Oh yeah, that would be cool, Mark. Thinning down a dark color and then splattering it on. Yes,
that is a great idea.
I'm so bad. Part of the reason is I don't like paint in a book. I like paint a lot, but I don't like doing it in a book because I don't like the heat gun. So it makes it harder to do something if you don't use the heat gun. That's the deal.
I'm just putting a little bit of copper, kind of hitting the highlights with the copper. I mean the uppy parts, sticky uppy parts.
I like the uppy parts.
There are some places where it's still showing the paint. I mean the tape underneath. I have to decide if that's a problem for me or not.
You have to stick the brush in all the cracks. So I'm going to do what Mark just said. I'm going to just put some black in here. I put too much in, came out too fast. And then I'm going to put some water. I'm going to get my spray bottle.
Let me move it to you. Just a second. Sorry.
No, it's okay. Oh, where is my spray bottle? Oh my gosh.
Laura just said that her book has taken on its own path too. They just kind of take their own little path and do what they want them to do. And
yep, I think that's great. That's the fun of the whole thing.
That's part of making it our own.
Yep. All right, Mark. So let me just click over so I can see myself here. All right.
Mark has a question for me. Give me just a second.
Yep.
Mark, the reason I don't like to use it is that all of the paints and all of the things I use are technically plastic. Okay, acrylic paint is plastic. When you heat it, it does change it. And so I just don't like to use it. That's my personal opinion. I know lots and lots of people who use it. But about the only thing I use the heat tool for is embossing, melting embossing powders and stuff like that. If I'm forced to do something, I might use a hairdryer and air dry it, but I really don't like the heat tool. Okay, go ahead, Jeri.
All right, I watered. I mean, this is really seriously watery, and you see what I'm doing, what Mark suggested.
Can you scoot it up just a little bit?
Yeah.
Because what we're looking at is your paint pad. And Jeri painted her textured masking tape, and now she's hitting the highlights with some real thin, watered down paint.
And it's acrylic, and I've got a baby wipe handy, so yeah, I'm really liking it. Very, very pretty. So I'm just going to do that one side for the moment so you can see the difference. And I really used a lot of water, so I'm just going to blot it. Let me see if I can put a little bit more paint on it. And the thing is, you really have to kind of dig under the little tucks and folds to get it to look like what Mark was describing. In the cracks. Yeah, I like it a lot. So see, I'll just hold it up so you can see the difference. Oh, it's awfully shiny. So sorry.
Shiny's good. It's okay.
Well, it's the light. I had to put my light on because it's a little overcast today. I'm moving my YouTube station because I don't like the light over here. I'm going to move it in the next couple days. So I'm going to do the other side. So, Tanya, what are you working on?
I'm finishing up my little pocket. I had to make a new one because, you know, I changed my mind.
Okay. Yep.
But you know the little origami pocket that you that you taught us how to do?
Yep.
I needed it to be a little bit bigger because I wanted to put the photo that was in the kit into it.
Oh, what a great idea.
And so I
excuse me.
I made, and since it kind of took on this travel postage theme, and I wanted to kind of, I made it out of a map.
Cool beaners.
Now I was just distressing the edges, but it's still too white, so I think I'm going to just kind of take my ink over the top of it, because this is, you know, an atlas that I just took out of. It's not an old one. Okay. That's a lot better. I like that a lot better. And I'm just going to put that in there.
Oh, I like this.
So that my little photo can go in there. And I think I'm just going to put it on. Let's see. I'm going to decide. I may put it on just in, you know how when you put on a pocket, you put it on just with 3 sides so that something else can still go in the back of it. Mm-hmm. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I like to do that with glue because otherwise, if you use tape, which I like to use tape, mm-hmm. The things you stuck in it can sometimes get stuck to the tape.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to glue this into my book.
All right. I'm going to turn the heat gun on. Okay. I'm going to turn it on and see how loud it is, and then I'll mute myself if it's loud. Because, you know, sometimes YouTube seems to correct that loudness. You notice?
It's actually
the camera you're using.
The camera.
Oh, all right. Let me see. Yes?
No.
Nope. Okay.
No, Lisa's does.
Yeah, it does. I just went ahead and muted myself anyway.
Yeah. So.
Okay, I want to show you something real quick.
Yep.
I'll talk about Jeri's drying. I went ahead and used this Distress Oxide antique linen on top of the all the other stuff, and that it's kind of like wiping it back actually, except it's a darker cream than the color of the tape was. So I'm really liking that. That makes it not quite so dark. In fact, I may add a little bit more.
Uh-oh. Eva says no. What did I do? Eva, what shouldn't I have done? I shouldn't have put it on there. And Becky, he's doing pretty good. Tell Scott thank you for asking. He's outside right now working on the gate. So he's all right. He had a headache again yesterday, but he's doing okay. I like that, Lisa.
Thanks, Holly. Thanks, Tanya. I think I'm happy with that for a background now, but what am I going to do on top of it? It's so dimensional.
Oh, Eva was joking that I didn't change my mind, you know.
Oh.
Yep, yep. Uh-huh. Okay.
Oh, I just unmuted. All right, Lisa, what are you going to do with it? I'm going to tell you what you're going to do with it.
Good.
You
Let
can
me move back to you so you can tell me.
Okay. You can run a brayer over this to flatten it down a little bit if you want to.
Yeah.
But what I did in my book is and I'll be happy to show you this next if you like, is I made these little flowers and then this is right on top of the tape.
Oh, cute.
So
yeah, do show that next because I have a spot I want to use that.
Oh, kiddo, we're going to do that right now. So my page is done. Thank you, Mark. I think it came out really nice. I'm just going to set it aside and set it aside. I don't know where to go with it. There's not a square inch here on my desk. All right, I'm putting it to my left. Just in case you can't find it, you'll have to tell me. And we're going to get our little strips out from Lisa's weaving project. And what we're going to do, I like the fact that they have the black edge on them, or whatever color. Becky used purple on hers, and I really like that. And I had some teal. Use a permanent ink if you have it. Use it because let me just whip you over here again. I actually colored my flowers with. You can use pencils, like colored pencils or whatever. I used these. I have these.
Excuse me just a minute, Jeri. Let me answer Beth's question because I think it's the second time she's asked it.
Sure.
Beth, she does all the time. She has no set schedule. Okay, go ahead.
Okay. I used the Derwent pastel pencils. And I also used watercolor pencils, but you can use whatever you have. Just keep in mind that if you're going to use a watercolor medium to color in your flowers, that you're going to need to keep your edges with a permanent ink. Otherwise, it's going to get pretty mucky. Make sense?
All right. Nana, we're glad you came. We're having fun. Sorry, Jeri, for interrupting.
Don't be sorry. So I'm just going to kind of tear off the blank edge part, and then however big you want to make your flower, just rip your petals and just start laying them out.
Mine are pretty skinny. I may need to do some new ones.
No, that's fine. The skinny ones are fine. Don't worry about it. I have all different widths. Yeah, so what I did, let me show you one more time. What I did is I did the background of the flower with the fat pieces. And then I ripped extra pieces and went little skinny ones. You can't really see them on these because I colored these in, but you can see them here. So use both fat and skinny. So let's see, I'm doing black. And my first, or my bank book, I actually used all brown edgings, and this one I'm going to use black. Black in here. That's, I think, a little too long.
And Nana, this is an altered bank book. The first part of the project was over on Jeri's channel. It's called Recycled Parts for Art. And we're doing the second part today. And these are all little altered bank books.
Yeah, Lisa will probably have the links to
Mm-hmm.
in her description box below. So you just kind of lay it out, and then
let me say something real quick.
Sure.
We were so crazy trying to get on here. I did not get those links captured and put in, but after this is over, I will go back and put them in.
That's fine. That's good.
Sorry about that.
No, don't be sorry. It's fine. I'm looking for my scrap paper here. All right. So I always glue on top of something so I can just remove the mess.
I have another question I need to answer. Nana, Nana's Cooking and Craft Corner. what they are is, Lisa, can you pop over here for just a minute? Because mine still looks kind of like a bank book. They are antique bank books or vintage bank books, whatever you want to call them. And they were not used. They were left empty, but this is one of the pages in it. So this was the cover, and this was one of the pages. And we have decorated and done things to the different pages. And we started over on Jeri's channel, and Jeri did have some kits, but Jeri also did a little video on how you could make your own little book that is the same size. So if you didn't want to order a kit with the bank book in it, we could use just a little tiny book. Okay, that's all, Lisa. You can go back to Jeri so they can see what they're supposed to be doing.
And I actually found 5 more bank books yesterday. So I got sold out, but I put more kits up. So there's 5 more kits there, and that's it. That's the end of the bank books. If anybody's interested, they can pop over. It's free shipping in the United States if you're interested. All right, so now here's my little flower, and I just used a glue stick and glued all the little petals down. And then I took the skinny pieces, and those you might have to cut with a scissor because my fingers are too fat. I can't do that. And I kind of just made a little tip, a little slant on the tip, just to give it a little interest. It's probably too long. Really simple. And once I did that, then I glue these pieces down as well. And I always try to do uneven. I don't know. Can you see that? I hope you can see that. And you can mix your text paper. If you like light and dark, you can mix it. All right, just like that. I think I'm gonna put 2 more in there. And then I'm going to paint them or color them with something. You can use a Pitt pen. You can use anything. I love flowers, so my book started to have a flower money theme. So there you have it. So now I'm just going to remove these and glue them down. And then the last thing I did was just picked up a piece of scrap off my table and just tried to rip it a little bit to make it a little bit more round. And then I just glued that down.
Okay, Journey has a question.
Yep.
She says, how often do you all start a new project?
That's a good question. You mean in general? Like pretty much every day?
I think she means one of these.
Yes, and we hadn't really announced it yet, but Lisa and I and Mary from the Mary LTA are going to do something next month. So we'll talk more about that in our lives next week after this project is finished. Is that all right, Lisa?
Yeah.
Okay. We're just started doing the hangouts in January, and so we're kind of working our way into it a little at a time.
So maybe like monthly, right?
Yeah, probably we'll do something once a month unless something, you know, doesn't work out. And we're trying to include different artists with the hangouts. At least Lisa and I, that was our goal, was to have, you know, different people do different things.
Yes, well, you started a trend because this, I'm like the third, so this is Tanya's and Lisa's project, and so now I've really enjoyed this. So Mary and I are going to do one with a third. We haven't, I won't disclose who the third is at this moment, but we're going to do one in April, and so I think you're going to find spin-offs from this.
Yeah.
Because this has been really good fun. Yeah, this has been really good fun. All right, so that's done. Now
Mark says the better question is how often do you finish? LOL.
Finish the project.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's another good question. I don't know. I don't always finish everything. How about you?
I don't either, but when we do these, we're trying to finish something each time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and I would say we're trying to inspire everybody, and like we're not going to do every single page in this book. So, you know, there's going to be room for you to experiment as well. I think that's what we're after, is to inspire you.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just coloring mine in now, and I always just make a big mess, and I like that. I like these pastel pencils, to be honest with you. They're pretty cool. You can smear them with your finger to move the color. And I find if you put a little water brush on there, it also moves the color.
So are you putting stems and leaves and stuff?
You can do whatever you want. I actually went back and cut out from fabric. This is fabric, these leaves.
Oh, nice.
So I just cut them out in here and here and just glued them down. And you will have to use tacky glue because of the masking tape being thick. And it's fine. It's not going to come up. And then I added words too on mine.
Oh, I think I have an idea.
Good. Cool.
I think I'm going to make my leaves with a elegant writer pen because it splits colors.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mary, several people finished their small scrappy book, and I think like Laura went on to make a second one. Several people are actually working on their second scrappy book because we did finish. Yeah.
The bank books, you mean?
Yeah, no, the scrappy books we did last month. Mary said she finished hers because Mark was talking about us not
Oh yeah,
finishing projects.
Oh,
and several people did. And Mina, thank you. We sort of thought it would be fun.
Yeah, I finished mine too.
Yeah. But we sort of thought the hangout thing I thought it would be fun, and I thought that you get to see everybody's ideas this way. That was my thought on it when I wanted to do it. So
Mark always says it's more fun to play with friends.
Amen.
Yes, it is. Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Way more fun to play with friends.
Yeah, he was doing a live on Sunday morning that I caught accidentally with if you're still here, Mark, Shay something. I didn't know the other people. I did subscribe to them, but do you know who I mean? Do you know who he hangs around with, Tanya?
I'm not exactly sure. But I think you're right in it's Shay, in it saying that it's Shay.
Yeah. And it was neat. They were working in an altered book, and it's right up my alley. I couldn't stay very long because Brian came home while I was watching. He was out.
I'm going to switch the camera over to me and show you all this elegant writer.
Please. I know what an elegant writer is. I have one. I never used it.
It looks like this. Now, I did get some new elegant writers that were black, and they do not do this. But this particular one does, and I don't know how to know what the difference is. Let me show you the.
Let me interrupt, Lisa. Mark says Shay 206 and Abstract Possibilities.
Yeah.
This is who he hangs out with a lot.
And that,
I remembered it was abstract something, but that's all I could remember. The black one says permanent, so don't get the one that says permanent. But did you draw with it, and then you go over it with water, and it just bleeds that ink, and blues and greens and sometimes red. Just depends on the paper you're on, partly. And anyway, it's a fun way to play with. I'm having trouble.
I know. I bought those pens. I can't tell you how long ago, and I never used them. And I don't know where they are. I have to dig them out.
You need to dig them out, Jeri.
Oh. And thank you, Journey.
So here's my flower. If you can see down in my little box, you don't need to shoot up on me. They can see it, I'm sure. So there's my little flower that's going to go on that page that I just painted. Yeah.
Looks pretty, Jeri. Yeah. This one I had a little too much water, and I it went outside of the line, which is not a big deal because I'm going to cut them or tear them out anyway, so it's not a big deal. But I don't know if you can see any of the pink in there. There's not as much on this paper.
I see green.
Yeah, there's a lot of green, which is why I decided to use it.
Okay, cool.
Blues and greens are the things that come out the most.
Yeah.
I have some. Let me see if I can find it. That I did that. Oh, here they are.
Hello, Nick and Tina.
This I did just with the Elegant Writer pen.
That's pretty.
And you can see a little bit more of the pink in that one. And then these are some other leaves that I did with it. These are on watercolor paper.
Beth says they become permanent once they become wet.
That's true. They do. Once you get, but you have to activate it all. If like in this one where I didn't go outside the lines, there's probably still a little of it that's not activated on the edge. And that would still be water reactive.
Okay.
But this one where I got it all sloppy wet, that one's probably safe.
Zoe's asking a question. Hi, Eva. I know you've probably been in here. I just saw your name. And Miss Allie K. Zoe says, what is this for and how do I do now? We're doing an altered bank book project. Thank you.
Looks like this.
Yep.
Zoe, we've last week on Jeri's channel, if you go to Jeri's channel, there's and I'll put the link below this when we get finished, but things were weird today and I didn't get it done beforehand. There's part 1 where we made backgrounds in this little book. We did a napkin, and we did ink transfer, and we did a paper weaving and fabric, and then this masking tape technique. And those are the ones I did. And today we're doing, working on top of these backgrounds so that we can finish our book. So it's such a really fun project. And because of the size of these books, it's a project you can finish, and and it's not a journal that's going to take you months and months, and if you never get finished, you feel bad. This way you can do it pretty quickly and feel good about getting it finished, which is one thing I really love about it.
Yes, me too. It's
one of many things.
That book that you guys did last month, the scrappy book, that was very doable. I finished mine too.
Yeah, it was. I was
like
trying to see where I stuck mine so I can show it real quick. And it may be in the house.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I have mine right behind me.
Okay, I'll let you show yours.
Mine is at the library on display, so I can't show it.
Nice. That is so nice. That is so nice. I'm going over to the computer. Okay. You can flash over to me for a sec.
I have.
Great. All right, so there's my, I'm not going to show you the whole thing, but this is the scrappy book, and it got quite thick. There's some charms on the side of it that we put on.
And we did this one on Tanya's channel, and then my channel, and then Jeri's channel. We had 3, it took us 3 weeks to do that one.
Yep, there's the back page. Yeah, there was a lot. So we actually, I think we all collaged images inside, and we cut out holes, you know, windows and stuff. I think the girls, Tanya and Lisa, put little window things in there. I did not. I left mine open. So that was that project. That was really fun. I'd like to make another one. It was really fun. So there's no packets or anything in here. It's just images.
I plan on making another one, Jeri.
Yeah, I would
too.
I've been saving box lids so that I can have enough pages.
Cool.
I want to show you guys something in my little bag.
Wait, hold on a second. Let me move over to you.
Okay. In my little bag that Jeri sent, there was this tiny itty bitty little piece of fiber or thread or whatever you want to say.
I know that was an accident, right?
I'm sure it wasn't sort of planned. I'm sure it was an accident, but it has to be used. I'm going to use it. So I did 2 of Jeri's little flowers, and I'm not coloring them because I haven't colored in my book very much. I'm you know, it's one of those things. So I have one here and I have one here, and I'm going to this button isn't quite big enough. And the button was in the kit too. So I have this little like punched out cardstock circle, and I'm going to glue them all down. But this little piece of fiber is going to have to go under the button a little bit so that it's in here.
You know, I'm just wondering, Tanya, if that fiber came off of the book spine.
No, the book spine has much finer fibers.
Okay.
This one is actually like a piece of string, so it was tied around something, but not the book spine.
Maybe it was in one of the buttons.
Pardon, it might have, but it's got a knot in it. It's kind of, you know, like it might have been tied around a bundle of something.
All right.
Then the other one I made these little crocheted fiber flowers because I wanted them to match the tickets the fabric I'm using. And so I'm going to put one of them in the middle of this one.
Oh, cool. Oh, look, I love your flowers on your book already.
Yeah. Yep. I put it directly in there, Jeri, because I wasn't coloring it.
Yeah, that's good. You can do that too. I didn't do that because I put mine on the bumpy and I needed tacky glue, so that's why I did it the way I did it.
Yeah, I think I'm going to put mine on the bumpy too.
Yeah, then put it. Oh, I love your leaves. Put it together then, and then use tacky glue.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you can go back to Jeri or somebody, Lisa.
I'm wondering. I'm done with my flower. I'm wondering what I should do next.
Well, yeah, I've been working on mine, so I'm going to put it on me for a minute.
Beth, yes, that's fine. It's a cluster. Basically, that's what I'm, you know, just a kind of a little cluster. It's more flat than anything.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah, it's pretty. Oh, they're so pretty.
Oh, that's pretty, Lisa.
Yeah, I love them. It's just a simple thing, but I thought it was cute. Let me see what I'm doing. Oh, you know what? I can. I'm undecided.
Uh-oh.
I'm undecided here. I think I'm going to put together this little fabric, a fabric cluster. I think that's what I'm going to do. And I had some fabric.
Okay, bye, Beverly. Thank you, Dawn.
Hi, thank you for coming.
Tanya, are you ready to show us something?
Well, I guess I can show you something. That would be good because then I can put this aside while it dries a little bit.
All righty.
Were you done with what you were doing, Lisa?
Oh, I'm just coloring this flower.
Okay.
So just go right ahead, and
all right.
I'll do what you're doing as soon as I finish coloring this flower.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna, I don't know that you guys are gonna do this, so that's, I had made this, this was the, oh heavens, the coin envelope. And the one thing I am sorry I did was I put the back side down on the back, and I wish I had turned it around and put it and used the back side as the front, just because it would have had that little flap and the little thing, but it's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm.
But this is where I'm going to put my book spine. I'm going to decorate this little thing right here, this little front.
Okay.
And so that was the plan with that one. And I took my fabric and I made these little, I cut up the fabric, and then I have some little tickets that I get these when I go to the art association meeting. We have a, what do you call that, a drawing, and they save me their used tickets. So I have a lot of little tickets, and I was thinking I might put one of these pieces of transfer in this. This is one of the paint transfers I had tried to do, and it just did not, it wouldn't work in my book very well. It's very cool and very grungy on here, which I really liked. But so basically I was just going to put down a little collage thing on the front of this, kind of like decorating the cover. Because I don't think I'm going to decorate the cover of my bank book much more than this. I think this is probably going to,
oh, that's going to be nice, though. That's
stay
nice.
the way it is.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of decorating my cover back here.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I have the stamps and things from the kit too that I have not decided exactly where are going. And like I said, it was going to be it's kind of like a postage travel-y thing, kind of thing. So, and this is like a little notebook that you can write in. So I sort of thought maybe I'd put one of the stamps back here too.
Yeah, I like that you made a notebook in it. So yours is going to be thick too.
Yeah, it's definitely growing.
Yeah, but see, I like that. Not everybody likes that big fat thick gator mouth thing. I like it. Yes. Okay, so you're doing your collage now.
Yeah, I'm just, yeah.
Okay, well, while you're fussing with your collage, how about I show them what I did with my envelope?
Yep.
Okay, so I made a pocket with mine. Lisa, would you move the screen over?
I am. I mean, it is.
Okay, thanks. All right. So let me show you my pocket. Man, what a mess. I'll be glad to clean this up. All right, there's my pocket. And I did stitch mine. So what I did is, and you can use any kind of an envelope to do this. What I did is, because the page was so long, I wanted to keep mine confined to the page. I'll show you this one. It'll make more sense. So I folded this up so that it was the right size to fit on the page. And I have the bottom of the envelope up at the top. And what I did is I cut this off. And then I used a punch that I know is on this messy desk. Here it is. Used one of these round punches. And just stuck it in there, and then you can see it. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but yep. And I just did like a half a punch.
That's cool, Dawn. Dawn says, I think it means two. I got a $2 bill in the mail for doing a survey. I'm going to stick mine in the book.
Yeah, I thought it was cute. I have a drawer full of money, like old money and stuff. And when I opened it, I saw it and I thought, oh, I'm never going to spend that. So I might as well just put it in the journal.
Yeah, if the reason you're keeping it is just to keep it, that's
right.
as good a way to keep it as any.
Exactly. All right, so I cut the bottom off. I put the punch in, and then I folded it up. And it is kind of bulky, so I don't know where my bone folder is, so I'm just going to use the back of this scissor. Now, before you can glue it too, or stitch it. I stitched it. Before you do that, open it back up. And so it'll lay flat. Cut this right along the edge down to the fold on both sides and actually remove it. If you don't remove it, when you go to put stuff in the pocket, it will see if this is the pocket, it will get caught on that in there. Yeah, I made that mistake. So, so remove it.
You could also leave a little bit on the side and just glue that little bit on the side when you're gluing it down instead of, you've already cut it now, so it's too late, but you know what I mean?
No.
Okay. Let me show you real quick since we're at that spot, and then you can finish. Sorry.
No,
if you fold it up like this.
Yep.
And then cut like here.
Mm-hmm.
Bye, Beth.
Bye, Beth. Oh, yeah, all right.
And
cool.
then you glue right here.
Yeah,
that makes your pocket open a little more.
Oh, that's interesting because, okay, so here's what, so I did, I cut this off, and then I was going to show you the next thing that I did. And I'm not sure. I notched it out a little bit, but I can see I don't need to do that. I had to notch this one out a little bit because of the thickness when you folded it up, my first one. I didn't think to do what you just did. Duh. Okay, so now it lays flat. And you can just stitch it or whatever. And then I used score tape on the back of mine because it was kind of thick. And when I use score tape, I put it around the outside, and then I use a glue stick on top of the score tape. So that gives me a little move time when I put the piece down. So that's my pocket. That's it. That's all I have to say about that.
That's very cute.
So I think I'm going to put it in here.
I can't find my punch, so I'm just cutting around the bottom flap on the bottom to make where you did a circle.
Yeah.
So that gives me a template of what to cut out. I love it. Very cute. Thank you, Jeri.
You're welcome. I think I'm just gonna.
And it opens really nicely with that little piece of on the side still there.
Yeah, good. I'm gonna mute myself and just stitch this. I'll be right back.
Okay, Tanya, we'll go back to you, and you can show us where you're at right now.
Oh, I finished it up sort of. I'm holding my fingers on it. I had to use tacky glue for the book spine. If you're not familiar with the kit, if you didn't get a kit, this is book spine, actual book spine pieces where Jeri has taken out the pages, and it's got like really cool texture and stuff, but it's not flat. So I used tacky glue to hold it down, and then I put a little staple in my ticket. And so that's the cover of my little book there, which this one will, since that one's all done, this one's going to sit on top of this one, like so. So, and then I decided I really liked this almanac piece that Jeri sent us. And I think I have decided I'm just going to fold it very gently and tuck it into my back envelope. I think I'm not going to tear it up. I think I'm going to, this is kind of like it was laying on your desk, you know, with the, when you put the bank book on top of it here, it's going to be kind of like this little pile of things laying on your desk. So, I'm thinking that I'd like to have this almanac page tucked into my envelope. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is fold that up. And then I'm going to, I don't know, work on the next part. But that's how my little button came out, and with its little piece of string. So, okay.
That looks great, Tanya. Jeri, are you back?
I don't think she's back yet.
Okay. Well, Dawn has a question, and I wanted to make sure that she answers it when she gets back.
Cutter bee scissors are okay. Good. That Jeri must have them, right, Dawn? Because I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, it's a certain kind of fussy cutting scissors.
Okay.
But I don't have them either. I just have these Paper Studio ones, and I love them.
I'm sorry, my sewing machine malfunctioned, and I heard you, but I was on mute. So
okay. Well, can you answer Dawn's question? She says, "Tell everyone how wonderful those Cutter bee scissors are. They're perfect for fussy cutting for those that don't know about them."
These scissors are amazing, and they're only like $10.
Wait just a second. I forgot to move it over to you. Okay. Okay.
These are great scissors. They're great scissors, and they're only about $10. I love them. And the other pair of scissors that are really cool are the Tim Holtz scissors. Does anybody have them? Let me see if I can lay my hands on them quick. Nope.
I have the big set. I mean, the bigger ones.
Yeah, I don't know where they got to.
With the squishy handle.
Yeah, I love them. I don't know why. I'm always misplacing my scissors. No.
These are these the ones you're talking about?
Yeah, they come to a really fine point. I think they are those. Yeah, those are.
They're really, he has a smaller set too.
Then I think mine is probably the smaller one. If I ever.
But these are real awkward for me to use.
Well, you're left-handed, so that doesn't surprise me, because I swear they make all scissors for right-handed people.
Yeah, and they're definitely, I don't know, they look like they should be fine either way, but they don't feel the same in your left hand as they do in your right hand.
Yeah,
they do look. There must be angled a little bit where the handle part is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna just try to fix my sewing machine real quick and finish sewing this.
Okay.
Lisa, do you want to go on with one of your collages?
Yeah, I'll do that. Let me move it over to me. I'm doing a collage on the front of my cover, but I'm also, but I want to do it
Give me
later. I've still got it drying.
To answer Joe, answer a question of Joe's. Joe, I'm going to tell you from years and years and years of fabric scissors, you need to find someone who does it professionally, because as far as doing it yourself, there's no good way to sharpen scissors. They really need to have the proper angle on them. And now, if you depends on what scissors you buy, some companies will replace them. So go ahead, Lisa.
Okay, well, I'm just getting out the stuff that I'm going to use. I decided to, because I didn't get a whole lot of transfer, I'm going to do my collage on this transfer page.
Okay.
And because it definitely needs something. It's not going to stand alone like this. So I'm going to use some of this book spine. Maybe not all of it, but some of it. And I'm going to use this part of this. Whoops. Dropping my scissors. I'm going to use this part of the envelope. And I'm going to tear it. That was inside it.
Uh-oh.
And I'm just going to go ahead and tear around it. And I'm going to leave where it says first day of issue, because that's the point of this envelope, was that it was a first issue envelope. But and I'm just tearing the most minute part I can get off here on this side, so because I don't want to lose any of the image. But this is going to be my focal point for this collage. I'm going to use a couple of the stamps, I think, too. And that spine piece. And I haven't decided yet. I may put the rickrack in there just because it's black, and I think that adds a little pop, but I'm not sure how I'm going to do that yet. So I've got, and to be honest, I didn't plan this out in advance, because I rarely do. I usually just get the things that I'm going to use and go for it from there.
That's how I do mine too.
One problem with this is, since I'm wanting to work in my book this direction, that makes it a little bit more difficult. See, if I was working in it this direction, I could just stick that down just like that, and it would be no problem. But because I'm working in it this way, I'm going to have to take this apart and only use part of it.
Lisa.
Yes.
Your picture, your photograph that you have.
Because
it goes landscape.
Yeah.
It looks like the people are in the center of it. If you wanted to, couldn't you rip away some of the people, like some of the picture, and use it the straight way? If you wanted to. I'm not.
You could.
Yeah. I mean, it certainly sounds interesting to do it landscape, but I just wanted to throw that out there.
Yeah, that's definitely something you could do. But I kind of like all the woods behind them.
Okay.
That was one of the things I really liked about that picture.
Oh, good.
So I think I may put some of it here and some of it here. So that I've got, the two bits will work together, and then I can put this actually can be in both, go over the crack without it being a problem.
Yeah.
I also have this stamp, which I think looks beautiful with it. And then this one. And I like that, but I think that doesn't somehow look balanced. I mean, it looks too balanced, I guess, is really what I'm trying to say, if I put both of those stamps on there. So, and I like all these pieces just hanging out here. When I tore it, it left a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
I really like that too. So I think I'm just going to use this, and then let me get a clamp. This is hard to work on with it flipping up like that.
I know. I'm going to get.
I really like this, but I'm trying to decide if I should outline the stamp with it, maybe. And I feel like it needs to be something specific. So I'm going to hold on to that for a minute, and I'm going to look at this other stuff that's in here. these stamps would also go good on here because of the color.
Mm-hmm.
So we may do something like this. But I was trying to decide. I also think I want to put some paper behind it.
Oh, that might look nice. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think I want to use this one because it's really dark.
Mm-hmm.
This is the page out of the almanac.
Yep.
So I'm going to use some of this. And I'm going to let this go kind of all the way down the page, and I think that'll kind of pull it all together.
It looks very pretty. I'm covering up my tape, my masking tape page.
Covering it up with what?
Painting it. I'm painting it. I'm at.
Oh, okay.
I want to do my collage on top of it.
Ah, all right.
I have to get that done.
Okay, so I'm going to put this down first.
I'm jumping around.
And I'm just going to go ahead and glue that down because I know it needs to be in the back. And I'm going to use my Precious Elmer's Extreme glue stick.
Lisa, I'm going to interrupt you a minute.
Go ahead.
I would never cut foil with scissors. Now, when you go to sharpen your little punches, foil works well with those, but I wouldn't cut foil with my scissors. I just wouldn't. I would just be afraid to do that. And guys, there's 50 of you watching and not a lot of thumbs up. So please make sure to give Lisa a thumbs up on this video. Thanks, Lisa.
Thanks, Tanya.
Thank you, Tanya.
Yeah, my husband, the other day, I have one of those guillotine paper cutters, and I said to him, oh, the end of the guillotine part, I said, is not cutting as well as it used to for some reason. I said, could you sharpen it? And he said, just get some foil. And he said, fold it several times. So I think I would cut scissors with my.
You would?
I think I would. Yeah, I think I would.
Well, most of my scissors are gingers, so I just send them back.
I was just going to say that. I have too. I don't know that I would do it with my gingers. Did they give you a new pair of scissors, Tanya?
It depends on the scissor. The ones I dropped and the tip broke off of,
yeah,
they replaced. Now, that was a while ago. The ones that Jeffrey cut a credit card with,
oh, jeez. I think I would have.
They just sharpened.
Okay, because I had a pair of the Ginger nippers. I love them, and they fell on the floor. And when they fell on the floor, nothing broke off of them, but they never cut right. So it must have fell on the joint.
Yeah.
They gave me a new pair.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I thought that was really nice. They gave me a new pair.
Yep.
Yeah, I love my gingers. Well, you're a sewer. When you're a sewer, gingers are the best.
Well, and I used to work for dealerships, so I did get a nice little discount.
Right. Well, you can get ginger. Joanne's carries ginger.
Mm-hmm. And you can use a coupon most of the time.
Yep, and you can get a really nice pair of scissors for a decent amount of money.
I forgot to ink this piece, and I intended to.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just taking my copper Sharpie and going around it so that it looks like I inked it.
Yeah, I do that all the time.
Yeah, you can always cheat, And I may do black around this because I do want to add this in. And I think that will make it go together. So I'm going to real quickly run a black edge around this too.
Okay.
When you forget to ink something, you can fake it.
Yes, definitely.
And I like things inked in collages. But when you're doing it on here, it's like you're trying to think ahead and you're hurrying.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know how many different things we're trying to get done today. and I just totally forgot the ink. Plus my black ink and everything except these distress inks, my permanent inks are all in the house. And I didn't want to go in and get them, so I just didn't do it and put it down, and then I was wishing I had.
Yep. I do that a lot just because if I have a little tiny piece of paper, it's hard to hold to do the ink with the ink pad, so I'll just do what you're doing.
Okay, and now I'm going to go ahead and glue this. And I'm trying to decide. I like it way over here.
Yeah, I like that.
So I think I'm going to just put it down. And I'm using this art glitter glue that I use on everything.
You know, I was thinking about you this morning with that glitter glue. That's so funny. I have glitter glue. I'm going to try it. Try using it.
Well, if it's not something you can use a glue stick on, I use this art glitter glue. I just love it.
Now, is it a color of glitter glue, or
well, it doesn't have any glitter in it. It's just called art glitter glue. That's the name of the brand.
Oh, here I thought you meant glitter glue.
No, it's called art glitter is the name of the brand.
Okay.
But there's no glitter in it. It's to put down glitzy things.
All right. Wait. This is what I thought you meant. Glitter glue.
Oh, yeah. No, I have some of that too, but I rarely use it.
Okay. Yep. I got it for my grandkids when they come over because they like glitz.
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna mute for a second. I need to try.
Okay. And so I'm going ahead and putting this down with that glitter glue because you need something stronger than a glue stick for this spine thing, that's for sure. And this has a little bit of tinge of red in it. I guess from the paper that it was glued to, I don't know. But I think that'll be pulled out a little bit with these stamps. So that's one reason I decided to go ahead and put them on there, even though the other stuff that I have is more pink and purple. But I think that the little bit of red that's in here, and I may enhance that a little bit so it's more obvious. And then I'm going to kind of stick this one. I usually audition them a little more than that. But this time I just said, oh, that looks good, and stuck it down. I like that.
I like
it. Easy.
It's pretty. It's pretty from here.
I think I'm going to go ahead and outline this stamp with the black, and then I'm going to put the rickrack around that one. So where's my black? Here it is. And I'm doing it a very sketchy outline, so it's not even trying to be really straight, since everything else is kind of. I'm even inventing some indentions that aren't really there. Okay, now my rickrack.
And if anybody's looking down in my little crack, I'm using
here, let me move it to you.
A metallic. I'm using rub-ons on top of my tape.
Oh, this is the one you did flat.
Yes. Yeah. Because I want to do my collage on top of here. So that's why I had to stop and get something on here.
Okay, that's cool. That looks pretty. I'm going to go back to me. And I'm going to I'm going to cut this rickrack here into 4 pieces, and I'm going to just put it on kind of like this.
Oh, I like that. It almost looks like stitched.
Yeah. So that's pretty cool. So let's get the, And I also like this art glitter glue because it has this tiny little tip. And I can just put it on here and lay my stuff down. Now it made I didn't need that much glue this time. But I put that much on there, so
You're in.
I'm in, yeah. It's definitely glued.
Well, that's, you know, sometimes you just have glue.
Yeah. Well, I got glue today.
I think Mary said she's making a video while we're doing this.
Yeah, I think so.
She's been doing that a lot lately. I think it's kind of fun.
Lisa, can I get you to pop over here for a minute?
Yeah, just a second. My fingers are all gluey. Give me just a second. Oh, that looks good, Tanya.
Okay. Well, I didn't glue anything down yet, and the reason I'm having you pop in, what I did was, because I want to glue it down, I've got 2 of these little tickets, and these little tickets don't have indentions in them, guys. So I just take my little 1/4 inch, you know, office punch, and where they're perforated, I just take out like a half circle.
Oh, that's very smart.
And not my idea, so totally somebody else's idea. And then on the corners, just take a little bit off. Then it looks more like an old-timey ticket.
Yeah.
Another option you can do is if they're tore apart. Oh, that one already had something done to it. But you can just take the end pieces and clip out there, and it looks like a ticket too.
Love it.
You know.
Yeah.
It makes a new ticket, and these have actually been used for the thing that we do. But I took a couple of those, and then I inked around them, and then I took some of my little fabric pieces that I sewed to the paper bag, and I stapled them together, and that's going to go down. And then I'm going to put this little button right here.
Oh,
and I put one of my little flowers in the middle of that little flower. Then I just want to, these are some of the things from the kit that I want to just tuck in there, like I would tuck journal spots or something into a book. So I have the cute little things that were in the kit. And then I took one of my fabric pieces and one of the stamps that was in the kit. Now I stapled these 2 together because that one's so tiny. I was afraid that down the road it might come out. And I'm going to put a paper clip on them and paper clip them right here. Okay, right in there. Well, that paper clip works real well because on the other side is my photo. But I wanted to show you how I'm going to decorate the paper clip with one of the buttons that was in the kit. So I had some fibers for making these little flowers. And let me get something not so messy in front of me. I just put the fibers through 2 of the holes and around the paper clip. And the only reason I did that is because I know that these take a little bit of abuse. But what I want to do is I'm going to tie a little bow on the front of the button. And then once I get this part done, actually I'll tie a knot first and then I'll tie a bow. Then once I get the bow tied and everything settled, I will put that's just a round piece of cardstock, just a punched piece of cardstock, and I will put glue on the punched piece of cardstock and glue on my button spot in the middle and glue the 2 pieces together. It will just keep it all kind of sorted out. You know, it won't come apart.
Cute. I love it.
It highlights your button.
Pardon?
It also highlights your button.
Right. The little black thing will highlight the button, and And use tacky glue or E6000, something like that. Don't use this, because this is not, it doesn't like to be dimensional. Tacky glue doesn't actually ever dry completely, so that's why it works for that kind of thing so much better. So okay, go back to Lisa.
I didn't know tacky glue doesn't dry completely.
No, it dries, but it's still slightly flexible. I guess it dries completely, but it's flexible, if that makes any sense at all.
Pliable.
Pliable. And I will probably put a little dot of the mono glue on my bow, right in the center of my bow, so that it doesn't untie.
Yeah.
Okay, I have a question for y'all.
Uh-huh.
I'm wanting to add a little bit more red because of that in the stamp. And I've got this stamp that came in my kit. But I've also got, I'm going to definitely do, let me do this with this alcohol marker and add a little bit more to that. Just kind of highlight what's already there. And I like that. Do you think I need the stamp, or do you think that's good? I feel like that kind of draws your eye straight to that stamp instead of the whole thing.
The stamp is kind of bright.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would. Yeah. Unless if you wanted to use the stamp, I would balance it by using something else. Kind of
push it up a little bit, Lisa, so the boxes are hiding it.
Oh, up. Yeah, push it up on your screen.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
I mean,
you can push it up now, but I don't see how that changes anything.
No, she meant to push your book up.
Your whole book, honey. Your whole book. Push your whole book up so I could see the whole page.
Yep.
Okay.
Push it. There you go. Now put it on there.
Do you have something else that's kind of as bright, or that tone to put on?
I can't think of anything right now. I've also got this stamp, but it introduces a whole new color. It's got some red in it, but it introduces the blue. And I don't really like that. I don't really like this. I just thought I wanted a little more red.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think what
if you kind of went over it with a little.
I have an idea. I could add a little bit of this.
Oh yeah.
I like that better, because I like the red, but I like the blue better because it doesn't jump at you.
Okay, so you like the blue stamp, or do you like this?
I like this. I like that, Lisa. She likes the blue stamp. Should we take a vote?
Put that on and then put the blue stamp over part of it.
Like this?
What is that, Lisa? What is that red thing?
It's the last little bit of my book board. I would have to take the, take it off like this.
Okay.
There you go. There you go. I like that.
Put that down and then put the red stamp with it.
The red stamp?
Yeah.
I think the red stamp will look like cherries on top.
Yeah, you need a little bit more. Okay, so what I was starting to say a minute ago was if you took your Buffy thing, what do you call those things that you rub on? Look at my little screen for a second. See these things? Yeah. If you took this and kind of just went over your stamp a little bit to tone it down.
Okay, that's an idea. But all that stuff in the house.
Is what you're
Azure likes the red. Azure said she likes the red. I don't like the blue.
Okay, let me just see if I can. Let me just put a little bit of this. I'm not going to be. Too much.
It says the red matches the number 10.
Yeah, the number 10 is the only reason I'm even thinking about adding the red.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Where did my paper go? What about like that? Did that tone it down enough?
I think it's toning. I think you could put a little bit more on it.
Any further, that's good.
Yeah. And you know what I'm thinking? after you put it down, I don't know, will you be able to put a little black pen around it? Like, all right, we're really, we're really analyzing this. Oh, Laura says the red stamp is too bright. Yeah, Laura says the red stamp is too bright. Knock it back a little bit more with vintage photo. So yeah, that's what I think too. She thinks, Aunt Beck thinks the two reds fight each other. Okay, you're going to have to make the decision because we've all got an opinion here. Because you're saying it. You're saying, oh yeah, that really knocked it back. Yeah, that is much better.
So are the reds still fighting, Becky? Because I could just do this.
Or take the strip away and put the stamp back now that it's just, yeah. I think the stamp would work now if you do a black outline around it, like with a pen or something after you put it down. It's not jumping off the page anymore. It's kind of balanced with the 10s up on the number. But you're looking at it. We're just looking at it on the screen.
Yeah. Well, it does look different on the screen, but
I lost my collage paper. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I'm getting ready to use my stamp, my stampy things too.
Maybe I'll stick this over here just a little bit. And then stick that there.
Oh, Mitzi says, have you tried that green stamp off to the right? I think she means. Eva says there's too many choices.
This one?
Yeah. What's the back side of that red stamp look like? Just a stamp? Okay. Set that stamp back down, the red stamp, and put the green one over it a little bit. Yeah, that, to me, that works better.
The back of the strip looks like this, Becky.
Mm-hmm. Oh, the strip. I didn't see that. I didn't see her say that.
Well, that might.
I'd set it aside for a minute is what I would do. And then look at it again in another minute with a fresh pair of eyes.
I almost feel like when I add stuff down here, it just makes too much. That it might be better just to leave it like this. But
yeah,
I think I may add a little bit of this right here. Okay, that's what I'm going to do.
They say your eye is supposed to like look at something and then travel around the page. That's what they say, whoever they are.
Well, I like this, so I'm going to do it, and then I'll decide about the other.
Okay. All right, now I'm trying to get my conglomerate here together. Collages are interesting.
Sometimes they just come together so easy, and sometimes they don't.
Yep.
I just knew I wanted to use the stuff from the kit.
Yes.
And that was my perimeter for this collage. So
yep, I used everything in that kit. I wanted to show you guys, I don't want to forget to show you guys this. If you would flash over to me for a second. Oh man, what did I do with it? Here it is. All right, so
Lisa, you might want to look at Laura's comment. She says that right now that's where you get the visual rest.
I agree with her. I just read that and was thinking, yeah, and I think I want to leave it that way. I think that's why it was bothering me to put something there.
Yeah,
because I was taking that away.
Yeah, Dawn says leave it empty for now. I agree.
Okay, I'm going to leave it empty for now. This is done deal for that one.
Yeah. All right. this piece of metal, whatever this is called, I had another idea for it. So I found this piece of screen. I see myself. I found this piece of screen in my stash. Can you see that? It's just a little piece of window screen. And I cut, you can do this with a piece of fabric too. I cut 2 slits in it. And pushed it down, and it's crooked, of course. I don't know what happened. It moved on me. There we go. All right. So I pushed it through there, and then I'm going to poke a hole in the top of the book. And I'm just going to show you what it's going to look like. This thing will go on the back page. Let me just move my collage that I was working on. So this thing will go on the back page. So you kind of have to think ahead when you're going to do this, because you want to know what's going to be on the other page. And then I'm going to poke it through there, and it will be, what do you call those, little peekaboo spot?
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So I thought that might be another way to use this little metal thing. Did you use your metal thing yet, Lisa?
I have not yet. I haven't decided what I'm going to do with it. I at first thought I was going to use it kind of like you did as a closure.
Mm-hmm.
But then I found, where is it? I found this little button that was stuck in here. And let me move it to me for just a second so they can see what I'm talking about.
Go ahead.
I found this little button, and it's got one of those things that go through the shirt, and then you put the little clamp thing behind it.
Yeah.
But I thought I would put that in there and then use this to put some elastic around for my closure.
Oh, that's a great idea.
So I haven't come up with something to do with that other thing yet.
Okay.
Now I'm going to bring it back to you.
I was going to say that little button is the one that's making me not know what to do with it.
Oh, you have one of those buttons too with the shank?
Yeah, I have one little shank button now. I know how to take the shank off of it if I so desire, but I've been trying not to. And I haven't quite figured out what I want to do with that yet.
Yeah, yours is exactly like mine.
Mm-hmm.
You could, I'm just off the top of my head, you could make it like be a part of a dangle coming out of your book.
Well, that is one of the things I thought about, Jeri, on my little notebook that I made out of the coin envelope. I have the ties for the binding where I did the pamphlet stitch, and I could tie it to that. And that's the one thing I had thought about already, but I hadn't made a decision that for sure was going to happen.
Okay. You're mulling it over.
I'm mulling it over. You know, I want to do it justice.
Yeah.
So,
all right. I think I'm liking my collage. The only thing is I'm not liking the background color. So let's move it to another page. Nope, I definitely don't like that color either. I tend to work in browns, greens, and golds. Oh, I like it over there. Maybe I'll put it there. I'm using my photograph. This is the original. I ripped it, and then I put some ink along the edges. It almost looks like it was burned. And
that looks nice.
Yeah, and then let me show you the rest of it here that I did. I layered a couple pieces of book text, and this is a tea bag. So I laid that on top, and then I had this I have a little pile of fabrics over here off to the side. Excuse me. And I grabbed this. Let me take a sippy. And I just tucked it down with a little embroidery floss. I don't know. I was thinking maybe I would go like this, but I think I would cut off some of the people. So I think I'm just going to go like that. Excuse me. But I think that it needs more activity, I think. So I had this piece of burlap laying here too. So maybe if I put the burlap down, and then I wanted to use some of the stamps. So I was thinking to tuck that stamp in there because like Lisa's thing, I don't want it to really fly off the page. So maybe, what does it look like from above?
I think it looks nice.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna zoom in just a hair. Okay. Yeah, it needs a little life. It needs some color. Just thinking of that stamp. Oh, and I was going to use the this. I don't know. I think it needs a little something else. I had a piece. Oh, this. I had a piece of this. This is a little tiny piece. Oh, my hands are filthy. Off the bottom of a book. Yeah.
I tell you, Jeri, when you sent that book spine and when I saw some that you had in your Etsy shop, I could have kicked myself or all the book spines I've thrown away.
Oh, I know. I know. Everybody keeps saying that. I love these book spines. I think they're wonderful texture. I think you could also like put modeling paste over it and it would just be something really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I feel like I need another stamp or something. I need something. I need a little some color, more color.
Yeah, I mean, it does look like a little tiny doorknob, and I originally thought about trying to use it as my closure for the book, but it just didn't seem to want to do what I wanted it to do as far as in my book, as far as on the cover.
It wasn't talking to you.
No, it wasn't talking to me. It was just doing its own little thing.
Yeah. Yeah, that happens. I'm going to try to blacken the edges. Maybe that will help with this. I'm looking at the clock. It's 20 after 3, and I did want to show you guys the lace.
Oh, yeah.
Cover. I don't want to forget that. And if you don't have time to do all the things that I had thought about, I'll just do a separate video or something another time. But I definitely wanted to show you the lace. So I'm just going to do this and then I'm going to show you that. It's pretty simple. It's pretty straightforward. It's kind of saving it to the end because there is some serious dry time involved.
Lisa, do you want to pop back over here for a minute? I have a couple things I want to show.
Alrighty.
There was some book paper in the kit, and one of the things I have found with some of this thicker, seriously old book paper is that it does not like to stay stuck to things. And this feels like one of those pages. I'm afraid that might be the case. So I want to Mod Podge it down. But I have to show you, it's the top of the book says Woman Triumphant. And it says, perpetuated in a dynasty of artists who would fill history with their glory. So I had to use that where you can read it. So I have decided I'm going to put it on here like this. And then I had another little pocket that I made with the
excuse me, I'll be right back.
With the map. I'm going to put this. This is some burlap ribbon that I got at like the Dollar Tree or somewhere. I'm going to put it like this, and then I'm going to put this in here. But because that has to be and I'm going to put this little stamp over here and one of my little flowers. But because that has to be Mod Podge, I am not going to do that spread right now because I don't like the heat gun. So I just wanted to show you that because that's decided on. I'm just going to set it over here. But then I have a couple of little stamps, and back here where I have my picture, and this was the napkin. I want to put these stamps on the top of it, and then I'll probably go around it with my black Stabilo pencil or a marker or something just to make them stand out. Okay, you can go back to Jeri now. I just wanted to show you where I was at.
I'm sorry, I walked away. I had to walk away for a second.
That's okay, honey. I just that one spread I'm not going to be able to do until later, so I just wanted to show it off.
All right, I'm messing with my collage. I just took my tea bag and I squished it. Oh, that is so cute, that flower with that pocket. I love it.
Oh, did you? You didn't see the other?
No, because I had to step away for a second.
Yeah, just a second. Let me show it to you, Jeri, because I'm gonna like it. I was reading to them what this book page said, and it's one of the pages that you sent in the kit. It says, "Woman triumphant, perpetuated in a dynasty of artists who would fill history with their glory." So I wanted it where you could read it. So I'm going to put it on this page like so, and actually Mod Podge it down.
Love it.
And then I have another little pocket and some burlap, and the pocket's got little stuff in it. And then this is another one of the stamps that was in the kit, and I want to put another little flower with it.
It's so pretty. I love it. I found a really interesting page too. I probably can't put my hands on it now. It was advertising a book, What You Need to Know About Sex Before You Get Married.
Oh my.
Yeah, it was an old, it was in the old almanac. It was so funny. I was laughing. I was like, no, I can't use that.
Thank you, Mindy. And guys, I'm sorry if we're not paying good attention to chat. I'm afraid that I've been neglectful of chat today.
No, I've been neglectful. We're crafting.
Yeah.
The almanacs are a riot if you actually start looking at the pages. This one's magnifying glasses, a blessing for folks over 40. I mean, it is so funny when you start.
Well, and that's one of the reasons why I really didn't want to cut it up.
Yeah. And in my book, the one I showed this earlier when we came on, where is it? This one, I love this one. Nervous? I described my distress to a noted consulting doctor in New York. He lifted my heart, and it just goes on and on, tell the story. It's a riot. Those almanacs are wonderful. I love them. Anyway, all right, back to my collage. All right, so I'm moving stuff around. I pulled my tea bag off to the side. I'm looking for some dimension here, I think. Yeah, and I like that much better with the tea bag over here. It almost looks like a flower. It sure does. All right, and maybe I can stick my flower under there. I like it askew, a little askew. All right, now the book text. I don't want to cover that man. And it needs burlap. I love burlap, right? Yeah, I think.
Yeah, Jeri, the burlap is so much fun.
Yeah, I love it. I saw it some in Joann's a couple weeks ago, and they have all different colors now. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do right there, just like that.
Country Girl Scrapping, thank you very much. That's sweet of you. Have fun and be careful.
Aunt Beck is still making flowers. Take your time. I'm going to glue this down. See if I can back it off and glue it down. And then I'm going to, I think I'll show you the back. Let's see. I think I could probably put a little I'm a bull. I have 3 different glues sitting here, 4 different glues. I have a glue stick. I have this fabric glue. I have my tacky glue and my Mod Podge here. Because you never know.
Well, I have 4 because I have glossy accents sitting over there too, but yeah.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to need.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So this is going to go up there. I'm just going to use this.
Holly's putting up pictures of Kitty. Country Girl Scrapping is headed out.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you for being here.
That, and she's going to leave her computer running, Lisa, so that you get the full view time.
Oh, it's really sweet. That's so sweet. You guys are the best.
They are. They're all the best. They're just fabulous.
All right, that's glued down. Now I'm going to put the picture on top in my little book. Okay, picture next. I'm using this fabric glue because it's right here. I hope it's going to, it should work, right? Yeah. This whole picture. I love this glue.
Okay, that's one for that.
All right, as soon as I'm done with this, I'll show you how to do the back, guys. Oops, I almost forgot the burlap. Oh, yikes. Put that down there. I have to say something.
Yes, ma'am.
Last week, I was showing you the technique for the catalog, and I was showing you a Rolodex card. Do you remember?
Yes, and
Okay.
Tanya found one at the store.
You stink. That's right. You told me that on Sunday. You stinker. You found one at the store.
First time I've seen one, Jeri.
I never see them. Look. Can you see my screen? Am I in? Right.
Yes, we can see. Very cool.
Yes. Lois Smith, if you're in here, thank you. She sent it to me. Isn't it amazing?
Oh, that is really the awesome kind, Jeri.
I know. And guess what? I had to show you this, and I wanted to thank her.
It's full of cards too.
Yeah. You see this card? This is my regular small Rolodex card. The one that says contentment. Do you see the size of these things? They are miniature. Can you see that?
Looks like they're the same size as the one that Tanya has.
I was going to say, mine are tiny too.
Oh, really?
The ones I got were tiny and they're thin.
These are 2 3/4 inches wide by 1.5 inches tall. And I think I died and went to heaven. Okay.
Well, just a minute, and let me get mine. I'll be right back. I don't know where I put it.
They're not.
I hid it after you. I was so bad in telling you that I got it.
I know. I wanted to kill you, but then this one showed up.
Saved her life.
I know, Lois, my dear. Thank you so very, very much.
But yeah, this one is tiny too, Jeri.
Yeah, it does look pretty tiny.
It is. They're tiny and they're thin. I was so surprised at it. They're 3 1/4.
I think that's what I just said.
Right, about 1 3/4 inches. Not 1 3/4 inches. So it must have the same size cards as yours.
I want to see what I've got. A bunch of cards.
Yeah.
That are cardstock cards. I want to see how big they are. If they'll fit in y'all's things, I'll send you some.
I am
okay.
just. Yeah.
These are 4 though.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's like
4 by 2
other
1/4.
Okay. So, yeah. This is a big one. I mean, and I have ones that are even bigger than this. I thought this was small. My
yeah, I thought these were small too. Would they fit in your thing though? Would 4 inches fit in there?
No.
No.
No. Okay. Well, shoot.
No, because
I'm going to send you some cards.
It fits right to the edge. Yeah. So it pays to, be a crybaby.
It pays to be a crybaby. Oh.
Because the other thing I was crybabying about was napkins. Don't have any napkins. And then Barb Clark sent me some napkins.
Well, and there's some in an envelope I just sent out today, Jeri.
Hey, I'm getting love. People are showing me love. They're sending.
Dawn says that her almanac page says how to stop your alcoholic from drinking by putting something in their drink and making them throw up.
I have heard of that. That's so funny. That I'm telling you. Nope, go to a professional. Juliana says go to a professional.
Yeah. But Jeri, I don't know about yours, but this is an actual Rolodex. It says Rolodex on the side of it. So I don't know, but these are tiny cards and they're real thin.
Yeah, this says Rolodex on the front.
Uh-huh.
I have to tell you, I am so excited. And Rolodex on the side,
Mm-hmm.
I was like beside myself when I opened it. Yeah. So I have been working on my Rolodex cards. I work on them a little bit every day because they're small, doable little projects. And now I feel a Rolodex addiction starting. I'm going to be on the hunt for Rolodexes now. Yes. So that was a very pleasant.
Well, I went through my grandma's buttons and I found one of those little thingies that you hook these buttons on with.
The plastic thingies?
No, it's metal. Let me move it to me real quick and I'll show you.
I want to see.
It's a little piece of metal that you hook those kind of buttons on with.
Oh yeah. Now I know what you mean. Yep. Oh, cool.
So I punched a hole and I stuck that on there.
Oh, awesome.
So there's my cover at this point. I feel like I need something else right here, but I'm not sure what.
Oh, that's a cotter pin.
Yes.
Yeah, a cotter pin. That'll be perfect.
So now I've got to put my elasticy stuff over here. And then I can glue my book down on top of it and hold it in place.
Juliana says I work in a mess like her. Yeah, of course. Are you kidding me? If I could like show you my whole screen, maybe I could. My whole.
Well, look at my mess. I mean, good grief.
I mean, look. All right, just pan the camera over to me. I'm going to show them my desk.
All righty, it's there.
All right. I'm going to show you. This is what's in front of me. Let me just get it over here. See, this is all my stuff goes back to the wall. All these paints. There's my plastic lace tablecloth that I was looking for, that I used on the back of my book. Yeah, look, there's like no place for the eye to rest.
The table that I am working on is 4 feet by 8 feet, the size of a piece of plywood. Yeah. I have like 12 inches in front of me. That's it. That's the only non-covered surface.
Seriously, you don't want to see my counters. Well, maybe you do, because they are all the way around the room. They are full and piled high.
Oh, yeah. This whole room is like that.
It's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know what? Tomorrow's another day.
There you go.
I'll clean it up tomorrow. Right now, I'm just having fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. It's a mess. I wanted to get everything out just in case I needed it. Just in case. So now I'm going to glue down this little piece of book spine. I cut it in half because I felt like it was too thick for what I wanted to do. And just going to finish gluing this stuff on. Hey, maybe a little pocket would look cute down here. I don't know. Yeah. I'm going to stay with my idea of my stamp. I keep losing stuff. Maybe this one down here. Yeah, I think I'm going to put the tulip down there instead. All right. I'm taking way too much time on this collaging. I think I'm ready to put it away. I'm going to put it, get it out of the way. Let me glue this down. And then I want to show you how to do the back. How I did my back. And I'm going to experiment with yeah, lace. Okay, let me grab it. I have a piece of embroidery I'm going to use. That's what I'm going to use. All right.
Okay.
We're running out of time, so.
Lisa, can I have a minute?
There you go.
Thank you. I have this. This is the next page I'm working on to finish up. And I have this washi tape that's got sort of a masking thing kind of look in it. This is my transfer page, and I think I'm going to just run this piece of washi tape up here to start with, and then go on from there to add pieces to it. It just, it needs a little something more. And one of the things I can tell you that I don't like about washi tape is it doesn't really stick to anything. So I always put glue on it. So I'll just turn it over back over here and put, what do you call that? This glue stick on it before I stick it down. Okay, Lisa, back to you, or to Jeri, because Jeri's going to do her lacy stuff.
I'm getting myself ready.
Okay, Jeri, back on you.
What are you doing right now, Lisa?
I'm putting an elastic on the back of my book so I can to attach to that button.
You're reading Juliana's saying I glitter. Yes, I have some glitter here, or I glitter. I'm not sure. Dawn says she has a Rolodex just like it, one of us. Scraps everywhere. Let's see. I only clean a spot up so hubby can eat dinner. There you go. I told my husband there'll be no dinner tonight. I bought roast beef from the grocery store, a cold cut roast beef. I said, you'll have that.
Jeffrey's cooking pork chops on the grill. Which
cool.
do you think? I'll be back in a minute, guys.
Okay. Holly says, oh no, wait, that's dinner. Let's see. Aunt Beck says, geez, you are all going to have pages and pages done, and I will have one spread to share today. That's okay, Aunt Beck. You're way ahead of me. Holly says she doesn't think she made hers with enough pages. There's only 3 pages in my book, Holly. That's all. I glued in extra pages. Oh, finally, Mary came back. She did 2 pages, well, partially. Lisa, I used some fabric you sent me and Jeri's old newspapers. Cool. So, okay. Excuse me. I'm talking too much. My throat is getting dry. All right. So here's my embroidery. Now, here's the scoop. If you guys are just coming in, if you haven't seen earlier, my covers fell off. So these were glued onto plain cereal boxes. So I roughed them up and I'm going to re-glue them, but I'm not going to do that right now. So what I'm going to do right now, I wonder if I could just, yeah, I think I'm just going to just work right on this and make sure the book is not upside down. And I will show you my little book again. Where did I put it? Who sees it? What happened to it? Holy smokes. I don't see it. Geez, don't you hate that? My book is gone. I can't. Okay, here it is.
I just spent a couple minutes looking for mine, Jeri. Oh I just didn't tell you.
Yeah, I can't take it. All right, so here's what we're going to do now. We're going to put this texture on the back. Very simple, very easy. All right, just in case I lose it again, it's behind the humidifier. So I'm going to take this piece of crewel work and I'm going to just glue it down. And then I'm going to paint on top of it. I know that might seem like a sin, right? To cover that, but that's what I'm going to do.
Well, if it turns out as pretty as the other one you did, I don't think it's a sin.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So I'm just going to, and I'm going to use Mod Podge for this one.
I'm sitting here holding my book down to the book cover where I tried to glue it down.
Yeah, it's going to take a little time to set up too.
Yeah.
The plastic, when I used this plastic, it took a couple of hours to dry in case you decide to use this. But
I'm sorry, guys.
I put a piece of wax paper on top of it and put something heavy on top of it because, you know, it's plastic and it kind of wanted to buckle up here and there, but it's fine. It's adhered all over. So
okay, y'all, I have a confession to make.
Yes, ma'am.
I've been talking since we got here about how my inks were in the house.
Mm-hmm.
They're not. They're sitting right over here by my sewing machine.
Yeah. Story of my life.
Yeah, and my little scrappy book is sitting right in front of me on the other side of my computer. But I never saw either one of those things until right now when I'm sitting here just holding my book down.
Yeah.
Well, I have to thank y'all for discussing dinner because it made me remember that I needed to have checked the meat. So
okay.
I went and checked it. It was perfect timing. So your discussion of dinner, and Mary's back. She said perfect timing for coming in. She did 2 pages. Lisa used some fabric you sent me and Jerry's old newspapers.
Yep. So now I'm just trying to place this on there so it's kind of centered.
Jerry, push your book up a little higher.
Okay. When I moved my camera, probably.
Well, no, you're just off the page a little bit.
Okay.
If you push it away from you, you'll be better.
Okay.
And Dawn says she's addicted to making the pockets.
Oh, cool, because they are fun. All right, this is going to work so much easier than the plastic because it's fabric. And it just goes right down. Oh yeah, the plastic was a bit of a test, but it came out pretty. All right.
So are you going to trim that off around the edges?
Yes. Mm-hmm. Let me think about that. I'm saying yes. Maybe I could tuck it in and then cover it with something. What do you think? I was just going to cut it off.
Depends on what you're going to do on the other side.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm going to do on the inside. Well, let me start to trim it at least closer. And then I don't have a problem with the rough edges along the top. What I've been doing is putting ink on them. Yeah, I think I'm going to trim it all the way down. That's what I think. I hope I'm in frame. So you could do this with lace. You could do this with anything.
So are you going to do this as a page all on its own, or?
No, this is the back of my book.
Oh.
It's on my back cover.
Not your back cover. Inside the back.
No, it's on the outside of the back cover.
Oh, outside the back cover. Okay.
It's the back cover, yeah. It could have been
I have some space on the back of mine. I could do that too.
Yeah, I mean, it could be the front cover too. It's real pretty, but I just put it on the back.
Okay. Well, let me see how my lace would work on the back of this.
And you could definitely do it on a page too.
Okay. I think this is going to work.
Okay, and I don't care if I have little ratty edges. That doesn't bother me. In fact, I kind of like it. All right, I'm gonna go big or go home. I'm gonna just paint right on top of this, even though it's wet. I'm gonna trim that off first.
Okay, so the first thing you did is glue it down.
I glued, yes, I put the glue on my book, and then I just laid the fabric down. And I used a lot of Mod Podge, like a nice, thick, generous, generous amount. You know, I'm not gonna trim this off. You see this over here on this side? This is the back cover. This is the front cover. I'm not gonna trim this off right now. I'm gonna leave it. And I might use it as part of my front cover. Or no, you know what? What am I saying? I made the front cover for this one already. Excuse me. There's my front cover. So what I'm going to do, I think I'm just going to glue it down and then just put this on top of it. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. So now I'm going to paint it.
After I do this, I'm not going to be able to do anything else today, am I? Because I'll be on the back of my cover here.
It's 10 to 4 anyway.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Lori Marie is always painting on wet. She has no patience. Well, I don't really care either. So I'm just going to get another.
As long as you like the way it looks, don't worry about it.
That's it.
Yeah, so the first thing I'm going to do is put some gesso down on it. If I can find it. Here it is.
Oh dear. Got some of that glue on my leather.
Okay. I keep my gesso in a ketchup bottle. And yeah, so I almost put my brush in my glue. That it wouldn't hurt anything. Okay, I'm gonna paint it. Are we ready?
And you're painting it with gesso?
Yes, I am.
Okay. I'm behind a step. I just want to make sure that I know where I'm supposed to be in a minute.
That's what I'm doing. I'm painting it with gesso.
I just got mine down, but now I've got to put the Mod Podge stuff on top of it. So
yeah, I feel like this is like a sin. I have a feeling that the color is going to be coming through, but I'm gonna paint several layers on this, and then I'm going to and you're definitely not going to be seeing all this because we're going to probably be logging off soon. I think Becky, is Becky still there? I think she is. You're going to stream tonight, Becky? Yeah, I think so, Mary. I don't see why she wouldn't be streaming. So that means, I think she's still here. Yeah, she is going to stream. So yeah. I watched her last week. I came in before I went to sleep and saw what she did in her bank book. So see what I'm doing? I'm just getting white paint on there. White gesso. And it's really absorbing, so I'm going to need a lot of it. I like it a lot.
this glue is pulling the red up off of my book cover.
Oh, no kidding.
So it'll be okay because I'm going to cover it up with gesso, but just an FYI, if you wanted to just glue it down, it might not be a good plan.
Now, wait a minute, Lisa. What do you mean the red off your book cover? Your book cover is gold.
No, I'm doing it on my back of my book cover.
Oh, your book cover.
On the book cover you sent her, the heavy part.
Yeah, the one that I'm putting on the outside of my book.
Oh, that's interesting. It's pulling the red out. Okay, so. All right, that's a lesson learned here. Let's learn from this. Probably should have put a little matte medium on that book cover first, right?
Well, I don't think it matters because I'm going to put the gesso on top of it anyway.
Mm-hmm.
But if you wanted to keep just wanted to glue down your lace and not do anything else to it, you know,
yep.
then you would definitely want to put something underneath it.
Yep.
Okay.
Red is interesting. It's an interesting dye. It always bleeds. All right. Oh, I really like this. So I'm going to let this dry, and I'm going to keep doing stuff to it. So I'm not going to leave it just white. I'm going to mess with it. What does that mean? I don't know. I can still see, you can see, I'm holding it up now so you guys can see it. You can still see like the pink and the blue from the flower. So I'm going to just put several layers of this gesso on it to try to hide that.
For some reason, I like that.
You know, I was just going to say, maybe it doesn't matter. The third one was yellow. Maybe it doesn't matter. You know, that's the thing. I kind of like start out to do something and then it always morphs into something else. And that's okay. I'm okay with that. So that's as far as I'm going to go at this moment. So, so we're going to have a contest and you're going to guess how many times Jeri says so in a video. Okay. There's the back of my book. What I did on this is I painted it with a gold metallic, and then I went over it with some shoe polish or some rub and buff, and I kept it pretty simple. I'm reading the comments. No, jury duty was canceled, Mary. For Becky. Mary says, I refuse to gesso my fabric cover. Refuse. Capitals, all caps. Even
oh, Mary, you could just play along with me.
Yeah, maybe a fabric page inside. Yeah, it's pretty, but you know, you don't have to do it. You do whatever you want. Use clear gesso. Yeah, I could have used clear gesso and then I would have kept it intact. But my thought was to make it look kind of like plaster. Yeah, I knew you were saying no to me. Okay. Mary, she's laughing. All right, so that's that.
I just realized something.
What's the matter?
Well, I've got this lace around the edge of my book.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to have to be very, very careful when I put gesso over this, that I don't get it all over my lace.
Oh, okay.
Let me see if I can put some tape over that lace. I don't know if it'll work or not, but I'm going to try it.
And I'm going to cut this
because I am not a neat gesso worker.
Well, yeah, maybe you could tuck something in there. Yeah, I have clear gesso. I just don't use it very often. I should get it out. Tanya, what are you doing? What are you up to?
Okay. I am working on some more pieces. Now, this was a book page. Oh, I'll have to wait until Lisa moves me over.
Okay.
I just did.
Okay. I have a couple of things I'm doing. First off, this was one of the book pages that Jeri sent in the kit, and one of the wording, okay, I put that piece of washi tape down, and one of the words, a line in the word said, Francie said she could not go, and I'm going to put that right there, and I'm going to put this little fabric tickety thing right there, and I'm going to call that page done because I like it the way it is. And then
I love that.
The same book page had this picture on it. Now, actually, it had another little boy beside them, and they're carrying a football. But on the on the page where Francie could not go, this said, as they reached the gate, the man at the ticket window was counting the money. And I want to put some more tickety things over here. So I'm thinking on these probably, and that may be all because I want to leave that where it shows. I started to put it in the back cover, but the back cover has, oh, I need to do the middle pieces. The back cover, let me slide back there in a second. But I think this is just going to go like, well, I like to turn it around where the ticket part shows.
I like that, Tanya.
That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to leave it at that.
I think it's pretty.
Okay, so there's that one. There's this one. And then this back cover, I keep wanting to leave it just the way it is because it talks about the bank book, you know, deposits made by married women or by minors of their own money and in their own name can only be withdrawn by such depositor and by no other person. I just kind of, I think that's going to just stay the way it is.
Yeah, I like it.
So that just leaves some finishing up on this page. And I haven't used all of the book pages, but, you know, I will figure something out. Maybe I'll put a couple in the little notebook I made. And Jeri, I cannot, these just don't talk to me.
They're not fitting in with your theme.
No, they just don't fit in. So I have this little bit of, I have two little buttons, the little shank button and the green stamps. And that's all I have left. So they will definitely go in here somehow.
Okay, the yellow stickers, I'm not forcing you to use them. You don't have to.
Oh, I know. You're not forcing me to do anything.
You could cut them. You could cut them and use pieces of them if you felt like.
Well, but see, the yellow is so bright and all the other colors are not.
Right, right.
So I think they may just have to go in some other little project. I have...
unless you used them as texture under something and gessoed over them.
I was going to say she could paint them. I'm going to put a link to my Etsy shop if anybody wants a kit because I made some.
Yeah, do that.
Kits. Yeah. And I do have some of these little odds and ends of things that I got recently. This is a little tag, and I may do something with those on this page. I haven't decided yet. So I'm just getting ready to glue all these pieces down. So, okay.
Cool. It came out really nice, and I'm assuming that when you're totally finished, you're going to do a flip for everybody, right?
Oh, yeah. I'll do a flip, guys. Yeah.
Good. Good. Okay, Lisa, what about you? Do you want to show yours?
Made ticket flowers with pieces of the yellow flowers to accent. Ooh, I'll have to... That might work.
Yeah.
I also might be able to tone them down with ink too.
Mary says if you have more green stamps, they would make fun journal charms. I only put 2 green stamps in everybody's package. Just 2 stamps. I personally have more green stamps, but
yeah, I'll have to think about it because
yeah,
I haven't got that far yet. I need to glue these down before I lose all my little parts and pieces. So
I know I've lost my parts and pieces several times already. I think Lisa's disappeared. Did she?
I'm here.
Oh, you there? Okay. Do you want to show us what you got going on there, Lisa?
Oh, okay. This is where I'm at right now. Just putting my gesso on.
Okay.
And this is how my book's going to be with it.
Oh, I really like it. It's so like chunky.
Yeah, I like that too. There's my that page that we worked on today. And there's that we've done today.
I like
and that's all I've done besides my work on my cover today.
Okay, it looks good. Oh, I really like the back picture on the back. That's the back, right?
This is the front.
Oh, that's the front. Okay, so
yeah.
Okay, you just did the
The
other.
lace is going to be on the back.
Okay, I got you. I think they came out pretty good. You want to flip over to me quick? I'll just show them what I don't think I have much in here, but.
Yeah, well, show us and then tell us again what you do after the gesso on this, because I missed it.
After the gesso, I'm going to let this dry, and then I'm going to actually start to put some paint on it to make it look a little bit more interesting. And I don't know exactly what I'm going to do to it. The other cover, I just did some rub and buff on top of it. But I think I'm going to try to be a little more creative with this one. So we're going to have to just wait and see how this turns out. And I'll do a video of it or something.
Yeah, we all need to do a video when we finish our book.
Yeah. Because our pages aren't finished, and I am going to finish them. So I'll do a video of whatever, and we'll all do them now.
Yeah.
Well, and I really only have just the one more page to figure out, and then to just finish up a little here and there.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So this is my book. So my front cover is right here. I did that already, and it's just what I did is I glued book text down, and then this was out of the. Am I in frame? Yeah. This was out of the Farmer's Almanac, and this is a piece of book spine here that I glued down. And this, I think I mentioned this to you last week. This is a piece of lace that I.
By the way,
actually, I think it's a curtain. I think it's a polyester curtain.
You were outside working on the gates. So.
Tanya's talking to somebody.
Yeah, I can hear both of you muffled and neither one of you clearly.
Oh, I apologize, guys. Jeff was coming to tell me he's leaving.
Okay, bye, Jeff.
So if you take a piece of, this is a piece of polyester curtain, I was saying, and if you take a piece of that and you color it with anything, acrylic, sprays, whatever, and then paint it with Mod Podge, it gets stiff. It's stiff. See?
Mm-hmm.
Stiff. It's not stiff, but it holds its shape. So then you could do all kinds of things with it. So I used a piece of it back here in my collage, and then I glued a stamp up there, and then I put a miniature pocket in the corner, and I had something in there. I don't know what happened to it. It's lost in the abyss on my desk, and let's just put that stamp in there. The stamp will fit in there. And then I just glued a couple buttons down, but I'm sorry, I hope I'm still on the camera. I actually stitched through the buttons with some thread so that it would look like they were stitched on. So that's my cover.
Can I interrupt you a minute, Jerry, to answer Laura? Laura, what if you tried black, like black and white? Instead of going for neutral, try black and white with all the color. Okay, Jerry.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. Show it to us in
group. Yeah, show us our group.
Yeah, somebody's group. My gesso is getting on my fingers. All right, so this is my this is my front cover. This is my inside page, and I'm going to glue. Just reaching for it. I'm going to glue this down inside here, and I'm going to do something else. I'll probably make a frame around it. This book belongs to, I think I'll put there on the date that I made it. There's my collage that's not totally finished being glued down. There's my masking tape page that I'm going to glue my flower on that I made today that I have no clue where it is. It's on the desk somewhere. This is a page that we did last week. I just glued mine down on deli paper and then collaged the deli paper onto this. Now, I don't know what I'm going to put on here. And that's it. Here's my fabric that I didn't finish. That's my transfer. I have a blank page, and that's it. So
I just realized I don't know where my flower is under all this mess either.
Yeah, here's a pocket that I did today with you guys. So I was thinking I was going to put the pocket in there, and then I have one of the gesso's getting all over me. Little origami pocket will probably go on one of these pages, but that's it. So you can see this is totally not anywhere near done, and this is wet, wet, wet. So I have to let that dry, and then I'm going to play with it. And that's all she wrote. Oh, you know what? I did want to show you real quick before we go. I did put I did make a flower for this cover out of a piece of ribbon, and I don't know if I showed you guys that. So I'm gonna glue that down on top of there, and that's it. That's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this.
Laura, that would be a really fun idea.
What would be?
She's going to dig through the barn for old tractor manuals. Man, I'm jealous if there's old tractor manuals.
Yeah, me too. That's cool.
Yeah, I love old magazines and stuff. These almanacs have been really fun to read.
Oh,
while I was ripping through the pages.
What year was it? Do you remember?
I think
mine. It's
69.
Yeah, 1969.
I went through two of them. I had to start another one. This one doesn't have a date, but I think they were 68 and 69.
The front, apparently got the front cover because it says Agriculture Almanac for the year of our Lord, 1969, being the first after leap year until the 4th of July, the 193rd of American independence.
Oh, cool. Wow. You got the front cover. Cool.
Yeah, that's, Jerry, why I really didn't want to cut it up.
No,
and I also have the garden signs, Pisces, fish, feet. A watery feminine side will produce excellent results and is one of the best signs for producing the fruit of the earth.
Oh, cool. Well, Mary says she graduated high school in 69.
Huh. Okay, I could figure out how old Mary is now.
Yeah, I'm just reading the chat. Minna was in first grade with her teacher, Miss Bosnick.
I'm going to move it back to me for just a second and show you what I did on my
Go ahead.
I just added this button. There were 3 buttons. One of them I put on my flower. One of them I put for my closure, and then I put this one up there.
I like it.
So it just needed a little something.
I think they're all adorable, and I can't wait to see the rest of them.
I can't wait to see how everybody's comes out.
Yeah, it was really, really fun. And I want to thank you two for allowing me to participate.
We're so glad you did.
Yeah, I really appreciated it.
This was a great, fabulous idea. Like I said, I've got the one I'm going to have to Mod Podge first before I start doing it. And then I have this one inside page that I want to do something to, although not much.
Yeah, I've still got to put down my, what's it called? The transfer.
Okay, guys, I just decided what I'm going to do.
Okay, let's take it. Let me move it to you.
1969, Minna.
Yeah. You want to move back over here for a second?
It's there.
Okay. The thing of it is you know how I said I didn't want to change the back cover much. I also really like the fact that it says you can you're cordially invited to avail yourselves of our many services, and it tells you the services. So I don't really want to destroy that too much. So as I said about this little button, I'm going to turn it into a charm on this.
I think I have that stamp that you used on that page. That is, I just got it from the thrift store.
Yeah, I've had it for a while. It's just a it wasn't a very expensive one, I don't think.
Yeah.
Okay, and you know, Lisa, what I did was I stamped it. Everything I stamped on tissue paper.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and actually, there's a video that's going to come up tonight. Because just so you all know, I want to do another swap, and it's going to be an image swap.
Okay.
But I stamped it on tissue paper because when you're trying to stamp on something that's dimensional or has any texture to it, you end up with issues.
Yeah, you lose some of it.
You lose some of it. So I stamped on the tissue paper on all of these things that I put on here. I stamped on the tissue paper and then collaged them down with Mod Podge because then it goes down and the stamp is good.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add, I'll have to fix that on there, which I actually have a video on how to do something like that. But I'll wire it into there so it doesn't come off.
Mm-hmm.
And I will probably put these on somewhere. And then I will put a couple of tickets in with the paper clip.
I like it.
So that I am not, again, not showing this.
Mm-hmm.
So the only thing I haven't used is a couple of the book pages and my yellow stickers.
Yeah, that's fantastic. I'm tickled to death that we all seem to use most everything in the kits. That it was quite a challenge, right? It was quite a challenge.
It is.
I didn't have hardly any challenge. I mean, it just seemed like it all came together when I decided what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
It kind of all came together.
Yeah, you knew last week what you were going to do with that silver thing.
Yeah. But
and mine just kind of came to me during the week when I was working on it.
Yeah, the silver thing's the thing I'm having trouble deciding what to do with.
Well, you could always make it like a flip page, right?
That's exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, that works.
But I'm like Tanya, the very back page and the very front page, I don't want to do much to either.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to steal her idea of that stamp and then some stamps on the front page. I'm not sure what I'm going to do on the back page yet, but
Ruby's leaving. Thank you, Ruby, for being here. Do you ladies want to just tell everybody about what your plan is for next month with Mary, the project? You want to?
Sure.
Because they're asking.
Is that okay with you, Lisa?
Sure. Go ahead.
Okay. And I will put up some links and some stuff so that you have an idea. Okay, Sunday, I told y'all that you needed to start saving these. And if you don't like using these, then you need to start saving these. These are paper tubes. We're going to make a paper tube book. There's all kinds of paper tube books out there. We're going to kind of work with a couple of different, I have a couple of videos for the basis of what we have in mind to do. Mary's going to work with us. Lisa, do you have the dates?
In the house.
Okay, just a minute. I'll go get the dates.
Okay, I'm sorry.
We're going to do it on Tuesday nights again.
Oh, you're going to do it at night. Okay. And
sorry, Jeri.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I'll watch the replay, or I'll watch part of it, and then I'll watch the rest of it the next day. Watching it and participating in it is two different things.
And we're going to start on my channel.
Okay.
And Mary's going to play along with us.
Yep. I'm definitely going to play along. I'm going to make
we're going to start on the 12th. We're going to skip a week for some homework, and we're going to finish on the 26th.
Oh, cool.
Those are Tuesday nights. We're going to start at 7 Central, Lisa. I didn't write it down, but I think that's what we decided.
Yeah, I think that's what we said. I could start earlier if you want to, but
it's probably best.
7.
It's probably best to start at 7, honestly, because that way I can feed Jeff. He feeds himself pretty well, but
yeah, I understand.
You know,
what are you scolding me for, Mary? She goes, now, Jeri, what are you scolding me for? She's always scolding me for
Yeah,
something.
Mary gets to hang out
Probably because you were saying it was too late.
Oh, it just is. Well, that's okay. It's I can watch the replay. It's
there's like I said, there's 500 million different kinds of paper tube books out there, and we're going to kind of base it on one kind. So I will put up a link in my comments and on the
Do you have a community page, Tanya?
Yes, I have a community page, and I'll put up the links on the community page. I'll probably do a little video to get everybody kind of on the same page, and I will put the links in the groups. Because there's a couple of videos to just give you an idea of where we're headed.
Yeah.
That's always helpful to know. It's we're going to kind of do some collage. Caged Fish has one. Lori Marie Jenkins has one. So we're going to do things that sort of on that order. We'll probably all choose what kind of binding we want to use and that kind of thing. We haven't really discussed that so much yet. Okay, Barbara's been lurking, but she's going to go. She's got
bye, Barb. And Mary's
got 10 years on Mary. So
yeah. She's the oldest in our group, I think.
You may be the baby, Lori, Jerry.
No,
Lisa's the baby. I'll bet.
I'm not the baby. I'm 63.
No, I think I'm older than you are, Tanya.
I don't think so.
Tanya, you're in your 50s?
No, honey.
Oh, you're not. No, you just had a birthday. You just had a birthday.
No, my birthday's Friday, but on Friday I have 1 year to go to Social Security.
Okay, you're definitely older than I am.
Yep.
Oh,
I get to retire 1 year from Friday.
All right, you're older than me too. I thought I was older. I thought I was oldest.
No, I'll be 61 Friday, and I'm lucky enough that I get to collect Social Security at 62. So
yeah, no, okay, no, skip that. I'm older than you. I thought you meant 65.
No, I will be 60. I will get to collect at 62.
Okay, I'm 63. So I'm older than you. I am older than you. It's only a number.
It's only a number. That's right.
I don't really care.
Now, there are days, guys, when I can't get up. But Jerry scolded me Saturday morning. What did you do, Jerry?
Oh, I was scolding her because I was inviting our smaller group for a Zoom.
Oh,
She was up all night, and I said to her, she was like, I'm too tired. I said, don't be a baby, Mary.
Oh, dear.
Baby.
Okay.
That's what she's talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah,
I'm almost finished then. I just know what I'm going to do. And
okay.
Good, Tanya. I love it.
So you're going to do most of your group lives at night, correct?
Well, that Tuesday, I think we'll go back and forth.
Okay.
But Lisa's got kids to run back and forth through the day too. So
yeah,
we have that with that problem. And it just
Tuesday
depends
nights
on
and Wednesday afternoons are my best time.
Right. So we'll probably go back and forth between Tuesdays and Tuesday evenings and Wednesday afternoons, just because that will be.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for the.
Yeah.
Barbara says Social Security is the bestest.
Yeah.
All I know is it will make the motorhome payment, and I don't have to work anymore.
I know. It'll be nice to get those.
I just hope it'll be there when I get there.
Yes, Lisa. Yep.
Yeah. No, it'll all work out. All right, because I'm thinking maybe I'll do some stuff in the afternoon when I do mine, because a couple people said they like being here in the afternoon. So.
Well, that's we just sort of thought we'd pop back and forth, and and maybe somewhere along the line we'll find a morning.
That'd be nice too. Yeah. Because
my problem is that with making beads, I have to get it done in the morning, or it doesn't get done. So,
I know. I'm supposed to be at work myself, but
I could do a Friday morning sometime.
Okay, that would probably work. Because sometimes the other thing is my shows through the week during the day, it's hard to be. I have to do things around shows, and Friday mornings are kind of the middle of the show, so I can leave it. So that would work too.
I just wanted to add, because some of the names I'm not sure that I know. So to subscribe to all our channels too, guys.
Oh yeah, we might want to put just say hi in the chat so that they can find our channels, guys.
Okay. Yeah, I would love for you to subscribe to me if you're not already subscribed.
And if you're not subscribed to me, it's right there, easy to do, because you're on my channel right now.
Yeah, you're on the right channel, and there's my hi, so you can get to the little things. And guys, I think there's a lot of people here that we did not say hello to, and has come in that I don't even recognize the names. And hello to everyone. We're so glad you were here, and we didn't mean to ignore anybody. It's just a matter of paying attention to what we're doing.
Yeah, and some people were lurking and just coming out now too.
Yeah.
Oh, good, Aunt Beck. She's going to post in my group too.
Oh, good.
Thank you, Becky. We all.
And Mary's going to put our video up.
Yeah, I'm going to be hitting at 5,000 subscribers like any minute, and I'm going to have a giveaway. I haven't even checked in the last couple days. I've been too busy, but I think I have less than 100 people to go to get to 5,000. Cool. So I'm going to have a giveaway. So if you're not over there, you got to get over there, and you'll be part of the giveaway.
And Terry, we're glad to be part of your tribe.
Yes.
We're happy to have you in our tribe too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you guys.
That's really awesome, Jeri.
I'm tickled to death that many people are subscribed. I'm like, I can't believe it. So thank you to everyone. All right, guys, and click the little bell.
That's right.
Thank you, Mary. Thank you. And click Lisa's bell so you get notifications when she goes live. And that's all I have to say. I really enjoyed this. Thank you so much. And I'll let Lisa say goodbye when she's ready.
And
bye. Love you.
Bye, guys. And Mary, thank you very much. Barbara, thank you. Yeah, and guys, the little bell is not always working anymore. So
yeah, you have to come look sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
So
if you know somebody goes live at a certain time and you don't get a notification, just go to their channel and look for it.
That's what I usually do.
Sometimes you even have to actually go into the videos. You know how they've got those things across the top, videos, playlist, Sometimes I actually have to go into videos before I can find it. It doesn't even show up on their homepage.
Oh, no kidding, because I always find it on the homepage.
Well, sometimes I haven't. Mary's and Tanya's the last few times I've had to go into the videos to find it. And I had somebody say they had to do that for mine Monday night. So
YouTube.
Yeah.
It's, well, it's just the way it's working. So
anyway, God bless you all, and we're going to let you go get onto your stuff, and I got to go get my son to work. So
okay. Well, guys, I'm so glad y'all came. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh.
I'm trying to get out of here, Lisa.